YouTube vertical on the go as well. Happy days. We will not be streaming on TikTok today after last week. After we got told off for looking at graphics cards that weren't available on TikTok Shop. Honestly, where the hell do they get off? They can get in the bin. Still, all the best people are here. Who have we got? We got Flashy, Pope, Harold, Bobby, Mike, Dextro, Grumpy's in as well. Just landed in Darwin. Bloody hell, Grumpy. Where'd you fly from to get to Darwin? Hens. Hooroo. Lovely jubbly. Hey, there's an A340. Love to see it. Right, what am I doing? Out of cinematic view, please and thank you. And we need to go up to the top. And we need to get the batteries on. Battery 1. Come on. Battery. Wait, what? Confused. Just take external power. There we go. Jolly good. IR's already on. So I had my overhead panel connected, I just realised, and it's kind of defaulted a lot of this stuff to the positions it was in, which may not have been the correct ones, which I think might be causing us some weirdness. Jolly good. Let's get the ground control on anyway. The cruise supply. Get the nav and logo on. No smoking. On. David's morning streams are the only times we in APAC can see his streams. What's APAC? Goodness only knows what my frames are doing at the moment. Oh, lordy. Beanie builds Heathrow for you. Right. Bloody hell, it feels awful. Absolutely awful. Roscoe, thank you for 13 months on Twitch, you hero. Absolute hero. Asia Pacific, got it. I knew that. What a legend. Thank you, Roscoe. Here we go. Heathrow to Cologne. What are we doing at Heathrow? 27 right, apparently. Brookman's Park 7 Foxtrot departure into Cologne. 31 right on the Copag 1 Bravo. We're going direct to final. Do we have an ETC at Heathrow? I really hope we do. I can't be doing with Unicom this time in the morning. What have we got? What's going on then? Oh, we've got London Control as well, look. So, probably by the time we've pushed back, tower will go offline, and just as we get ready to roll, it will be, literally, is that London Control just going offline? No, it wasn't. It's me zooming. Wow. Wicked. John's on tower. John's a legend. Heathrow Tower, initial climb 6,000 feet. Arrival runway 27 left, departure 27 right. That fits with what our flight plan says, so that's good. QNH 1016. Let's put that in the box. Acknowledge receipt of information. Charlie, I can do that. Wanted up. This is going well so far. Call sign today, I'm going to make some notes. It's Airnaut 232. The old classic. I haven't got my mood light on. Hang on. There we go, it's a bit better, isn't it? That's a bit better. And we've got information Charlie, QNH 1016. 27 right, what we're doing, Brookman's Park, 7 Foxtrot. Then into Cologne, 31 right. And we've got Copag 1 Bravo. Lovely jubbly. That'll do us. How's the plane doing? Is it coming to life? Let's get people loaded. Full house today. 150 going over to Cologne. Love to see it. Now, GSX, are you going to do what you need to do? Are you, GSX? It's doing something. I can hear the doors. I've got some new coffee to try later from Rajado, which I'm very much looking forward to. They've made some brew bags, so we'll give them a try. Basically, a coffee bag. Specialty coffee in a bag. Which can't be bad, can it? Ah! I wish they would normalise the audio. So loud. Going from internal to external. It's like it's too quiet internal. You think, I'll turn it up. Then you go outside and you blow your head off. It's no good. Come on, little jetway. You can do it. You can reach. Go on. Go on. Yeah, that livery's good. Look at that. I mean, come on. Come on. No sign of an FSLTL base model update, I note. I'm getting a bit, like, obsessive with it now. I'm sort of checking every, like, few days on the develop branch to see if they've done anything. Morning, Gav. How you doing? Yeah, every few days I'm like, have they done anything? Have they done anything? Have they done anything? And I know they're volunteers, but... And I know I'm being a bit crazy. And that's all there is to say, really. I'm aware of that. But I can't help it. Right, we've got IR line in 4 minutes. So what we might do then is, if our FPS will allow it, do a bit of McDo work. So we're going to go Atsu, AOC, flight init data request. Oh man, this coffee's good. There we go. Heathrow, Cologne, alternate, Amsterdam, estimated time en route 1 hour. Well, 59 minutes. Init page. Init request. There we go. Right, flight number. We'll pop that in. N232. Cost index. I'm going to take a wild guess that SimBrief has set it to 60. But we will check, because we're good like that. Yeah, 60. And let's look over here. 330 all the way there. So cost index 60. Light level 330 in there. Let's get some wind. Matt, how is it? How is it? You good? I don't know what it is with the wind request. I feel like I've always got to press that button twice somehow to make it do anything. Or am I just being impatient every single time? I don't know. To tell you the truth. Oh, morning, Linus. You alright? I should give Tower a tune as well, shouldn't I? In the spirit of doing things nicely. 118505. 118 505. Very much like this RMP panel.
For takeoff. Just confirm Alpha 5. I'm going to have to go left on... sorry, can I go right on Alpha to get to Alpha 5?
I beg your pardon, I can't read this. I thought it was Alpha 6.
Oh, nice one, Hans. I'll give you a wing wave.
Alpha and Alpha 5. Sorry about that. Source 319.
My problem, mate. Look, Alpha 6.
That'd be grumpy.
Alpha 5 on my system here. So, clear takeoff from Alpha 5.
Clear takeoff from
Tom's
Alpha
flying
5,
along as well.
Source 319.
Very nice.
Virgin 250, continue taxi, Tyson Alpha.
Oh, there's Linus. There you want it. That's Euro wings, right?
Taxi, Alpha and Alpha 3, Virgin 250 heavy.
Right, still not done anything, but if I press wind request again, I bet it'll do it now. Clear the scratch pad. There it goes. Second time always does it somehow. Good. Goody, goody, goody. Well, what I'm going to do then, I'm going to have a quick chat to Tower, get our IFR clearance. Hopefully we can get out of here. What stand am I? 243 right.
Virgin 250 via Alpha 3, line up runway 27 right, caution intersection departure ahead of you.
Roger, Alpha 3, intersection departure, Virgin 250 heavy.
Heathrow Qatari 259, ready to taxi to active. Qatari 259, I may have messed up the system here. Have you got a clearance? AFM, yes. What was it?
Just looking at it before we go, check out the beautiful short taxi to 27 right from Terminal 2. Love that. There's going to be Lima,
7705.
probably Bravo, Hold Titan, Link 23, Alpha 2 maybe? Who knows? Who knows?
77. Sorry, maybe you've got the wrong Qatari here. Just call it. Just transmit it again. I'm Qatari at 259. Okay, it seems to be a system. I don't know why, but the squawk's changed. 7705 and requesting taxi. AFM. Taxi Bravo, Hold Titan.
Cheers, Tom.
New squawk of 7705.
Morning, Joseph. We're doing all right.
Hold Titan.
I've installed Chase Plane, which could very well be my undoing. We'll see.
No problem at all.
You'll notice one of my pop-outs has flooded onto the sim, hence that little black bar at the bottom. Don't know what to do about that, to be honest.
27 left, wind 26012 knots.
But that's okay.
27 left, we're clear to land, speed 321.
Heathrow Tower, good morning. Golf Bravo Foxtrot Romeo Victor type A320 at stand 244 with information. Charlie QNH 1016 request IFR clearance to Cologne.
Golf Bravo Foxtrot Romeo Victor Heathrow Tower, hello, cleared Cologne, Brookmans Park 7 Foxtrot departure, squawk 7537.
Clear to Cologne via the Brookmans Parkway 7 Foxtrot departure and squawk 7537. Golf Bravo Foxtrot Romeo Victor.
Golf Romeo Victor, correct.
Heathrow Tower, good morning, Air 232, stand 243 Romeo, information Charlie on board type A319, also with IFR to Cologne.
Air 232, stand by, Swiss 319, contact London Control 129.430.
129.430, Swiss 319. Have a great rest of your day, mate.
Oh, these frames. Bloody hell.
232, clear Cologne, Brookmans Park 7 Foxtrot departure, squawk 1153.
Clear to Cologne, Brookmans Park 7 Foxtrot, squawk 1153, Air 232.
Good.
Right. 1, 1, 5, 3.
Sorry, can you please repeat the frequency for Swiss 319?
Swiss 319, London Control is still on there.
Drop my pen.
129.430.
Drop my pen. Getting used to that squawk inputting now.
Swiss 319, thank
I'm getting used to it. So what do we have to do for Brookmans Park? We have to be... Let me show you.
250, contact London Control 129.
So we're on the 7 Foxtrot, i.e. on 27 right, 27 left would be Brookmans Park 7 Golf, but much of a muchness. We need to be above 4, then above 5, then at 6. So, really, to be well behaved, we should put 4,000 in the window. Above 4, below 6. No, we shouldn't, because we can go below 6. Ignore me. Ignore that idiot. Right. Now we've got our clearance. Whoops. We know where we're going. We can go Heathrow, departure, 27 right, Brookmans Park 7 Foxtrot. That's into Cologne. We are expecting 3-1 right. Unless, of course, we hear otherwise. We are going to take the Copag. 1 Bravo.
Alpha and Charlie.
Alpha Charlie 553, speed with 31, thanks.
And we're not going to take any via, we're going to go straight to final.
50 Mike stand 533 Airbus A320 with PDC for pushing
secondary flight plan.
50 Mike, Heathrow Tower, good
We're going to do EGLL to EGLL. This is just so we can whack in a departure. Back to the secondary flight plan button. Into the secondary flight plan page. Departing. 27 right. Brooklands Park 7 Foxtrot, just like we're planning in for the real flight. Then to come back in, should we need it, we're going to do 27 left, which is the arrival runway. No star, just some ILS waypoints to keep us out of trouble. How are we doing with the loading? Very, very close.
Qatari 259, continue taxi Titan, Alpha hold Alpha 3.
There we go. Ding, aircraft loaded.
Titan, Alpha,
Send that over to the flight computer. Departure performance 27 right, the runway is dry. Sync the load sheet. Who's that? Oh, someone's saying hello. Hi, Lenny. Calculate. 155, 155, 159, flaps 1, trim of down 0.1, flex temp 68. I mean, it's a hell of a big runway here, isn't it? So we'll be alright. We'll be alright. Linus, you say Edinburgh is a consistently high traffic airport. We had it to ourselves the other day on VATSIM. It's so weird when we landed there. I've never known Edinburgh like that. How's it going, Tanish? How do you approach frequencies on VATSIM? Do you look at your route and note them down ahead of time? Or hear what ATC say and try to remember them? So on vPilot, you've got a list of frequencies that are alive. So you can kind of go from there. They're also on the charts. Particularly helpful in Germany, because what vPilot publishes is quite often different to what the chart says, and they will go by the charts because they merge they do funny stuff. But worst case, a controller will contact you. You get like a did on vPilot, and then it will say, please contact me on. So that's them saying, please contact me. Morning, David. How are you? Yeah, Eddie have done amazing, really, to get as much presence on VATSIM. Because, like, Newcastle could have just as easily been Eddie, couldn't it, really? But, yeah, love Edinburgh.
Stand 246 information. Delta on board requesting IFR clearance to
right.
Audius Fold.
Silver 6 Echo Lima, cleared Paris Orly, Max 61 Fox, shot departure, Squawk 7573.
Paris Orly via the Max 61 Fox.
Let's get the APU on. APU master. I feel like my panel state is not what it should have been.
2191, contact London Control 129.430, bye-bye.
Owing to the fact I had my overhead plugged in when the plane booted.
Don't confuse me more. Qatari 259, line up runway 27 right. Line up 2.
Cheers, Stephen.
Right, Qatari 259.
Thanks for watching.
Good morning, Qatari 124 Alice and 420, right, push and start, please.
Qatari 124, Heathrow Tower, good morning. Push and just Squawk 64.
God, these frames don't feel good. What are we at now? It's getting better. But look, my terrain level of detail is down to 0.5. Which is to say it's really struggling, so it's dropped it. I can feel a full-on reinstall taking place over the weekend. What I need is for work to call me off on Friday, and then I can just sit in here and do it. No, I won't. I'll be playing Forza Horizon 6. What a lie that is. Right, APU Gen. Come on, APU. You're nearly there. You're nearly there. APU is available. Lovely jubbly. So I'm going to get the beacon on, and we're going to pray that GSX does something. Shit. didn't have the APU gen switch. Have I just lost everything? Bet I have. Have I got to reprogram the plane? No, that's still in. That's still in. GPS primary lost. How do we get GPS back then? Damn it! Really should have had that APU gen on, shouldn't I? Do we really want manual? No, we don't.
Seabird 6 at Kalima, stand 246, ready push to start.
Seabird 6 at Kalima, push start approved.
Smoke detection fault. If no livestock, aft isolation valve off.
Roger, up to the A320 passes from left to right, push to start, please.
We have no livestock.
KLM 818 taxi Sierra.
Okay, we're back. That's close, wasn't it? That was close. Hello from SWR 319. How are you doing?
Golf from Victor, request taxi.
Thanks for your message, Lenny.
Golf from Victor, taxi Alpha, hold Alpha 4.
How would you recommend a beginner to start learning how to fly the actual plane before committing to spending loads of gear? Best thing you can do is presumably you haven't got many add-ons and stuff like that yet. Like, are you flying the Phoenix or are you flying the fly-by-wire? If you don't want to spend any money, fly-by-wire is the way to go. That's how I started. Fly-by-wire have got a really nice web page where they teach you all about the plane. There's tutorials on YouTube everywhere. I was going to do a gate to get... Oh, we got to 2,000 followers on Twitch. Damn, that crapped up on us. Thanks, guys. Heroes. Yeah, what I would do... Well, I was thinking of doing like a gate-to-gate video. Like where I show every step. Obviously I need to make sure I'm doing it right. Because I know I'm going to do a video like that and someone will be like, actually... I've got a limited time to earn exclusive emotes. No! How do I do that on Twitch? I have no idea. Never mind. Why is my camera down here? It's better. Where am I?
Runway Victor, runway 0, correction, 27 right.
Why?
2601.
Oh, there I am. Oh dear, look what Grumpy's in. Grumpy!
350 Mike, taxi,
we're going to Cologne.
Alpha, hold Alpha 4.
Stephen.
Bravo Lake 58, Alpha 4, 3950 Mike.
Right, dare I say it? GSX, please. Please. Here we go. Grumpy, did you just get pushed back? Forget what you were doing. Or was that IFR clearance you were doing?
Speedway 113, third target, only visibility 5.
Dad Gaming, cheers for the follow. Not ready yet, just tell it's cool. He makes Heathrow for me, and this is Indie Builds.
Thank you, sir. Thank you much.
Tower right, not 232, stand 243 right, ready for push and start.
And not 232, push and start approved, face north.
Push and start approved, face north, and not 232. Facing north on taxiway Lima. Right, behold the sound of a Phoenix CFM. Release parking brakes.
Wonderful, thank you. So, okay, SHT, it's not quite shuttle, it may be shuttle. Shuttle 3096, cleared Cologne, Brookmans Park 7, Foxtrot departure, Squawk 7574.
Shall we start on engine?
Departure is Brookland Park 7 Foxtrot, Squawk 75.
You'll get that, Dad, don't worry. Like, honestly, when I started this channel, I didn't know what a SID was, I didn't know what a star was, I didn't know how to do a cold and dark. I didn't have a clue. So if I can do it, you all can do it. So I just heard a ding then from New Sky, but there's nothing on the screen.
Speedbird 6 Echo Lima taxi, holding point Alpha 4 via Lima and Alpha.
Okay, that's another sim update 5 thing probably. Let's start myself manually. Oh, see now I've done that, it's come up. Brilliant.
Hearing score 61 taxi Kilo Alpha, hold Alpha 4.
Taxi via Kilo Alpha, hold Alpha 4, okay, running 461.
Feels like this pushback's quite fast. Or was that just me?
Qatari 124, would you like runway 27 left for departure?
If available, yes please, Qatari 124.
Qatari 124, taxi...
Parking brake set, flaps 1.
Straight ahead then, hold 0 Bravo 3.
Straight ahead and meet with Bravo 3, appreciate that, Qatari 124.
Adjusted and released as shown. If the air supply fails, mask.
Speedbird 113 standby. Qatari 124, the departure now will be getting to...
How's it going, Hag? Right, we've got 2 engines. But we won't have when we land, of course. Because, quite often... Knight Rider! Love the name. Just the sub. What a show. What a show. Okay, beacons are on, navs are on, taxi light is on. Constraints are on. Not sure why I'm clicking with my mouse because I've got all this gear here. I guess old habits die hard.
The score 7774.
Boom.
Never mind.
What did we want? We wanted down 0.1 for the trim. Which is basically the same, isn't it? Arm speed brakes. And we, my friends, are ready for a little taxi. Jim, how are you? Sorry, Jim, we're at Heathrow today. We're at the competition. Stu's in. Look out. Heg, we're in the 319. The CFM engines with sharks. There we are, look. Looking damn fine. Let's wait for that to get out of the way. I see nothing. Good. Don't often come to Heathrow, to be honest.
Air 056 Tango, stand 242, request push and start, please.
Need to get out of the way, I think.
Tango, you can knock the company A319 on your right hand side away and push into the crew face north.
Understood. Push company traffic away and push and start facing north on Lima. Hello, shuttle 22 Alpha, stand 503, request push start, please.
Shuttle 22 Alpha, push start crew face east.
Push start crew face east, 22 Alpha.
And Tower Air, not 232, ready for taxi.
Not 232, taxi Lima Alpha, hold Alpha 4.
Lima Alpha, hold Alpha 4 for Air, not 232.
You'll see British Airways A320 on Alpha, give way to him please.
Roger, Wilco, give way to the British Airways A320, Air, not 232.
Thank God for Victor. Sorry, my V pilot died on the takeoff there.
Okay, it suddenly appeared from nowhere then. London will complain, I expect, but try contacting him. 129.430, bye-bye.
Yeah, sorry, 129.430, Golf Romeo Victor.
Where's that British Airways? I see ya.
518. Request access to Warsaw information is on board.
Don't be stressed, Doc. It's alright, it's only supposed to be a bit of fun, isn't it?
Brookmans Park 7 Foxtrot departure score 2225.
Now, how are the frames? I was going to say, it feels a bit better. It's amazing how much better 40 feels compared to 30. Or like 28. So there should be a BA A320 coming right across our screen, left to right, any second.
Earrings, sorry, disregard. Qatari 124, runway 27, left.
There it is.
29013 knots, clip straight.
Which engine do you prefer? It's not that I prefer one or the other, I just like having the ability to switch to keep things interesting and not, you know, not get too used to it. Alright, so we're going to do an Alpha 4 takeoff. We've been told to hold Alpha 4.
All stations, sorry, my system has crashed now. I'm afraid I'll have to leave you all to it. Monitor Unicom 122.8, have a good day.
Thank you, Brother CC. Have a good day.
Bye. Bye.
Heathrow traffic running is 461 via Alpha 4, landing up runway 04, sorry, 279.
Left is clear, right is clear. Heathrow traffic out 232 on Lima, turning on to Alpha, holding for Alpha 4.
Heathrow traffic, Stupid 950 Mike, landing up on 27 right via Alpha 3.
Sky Vibes, how you doing? I don't often come to Heathrow. We were talking about it the other day and it's like, we need to go to Heathrow more. Like, I've got the scenery, I've got all the stuff. But I always tend to end up in Gatwick for some reason or another. That's alright. We shall come more often to Heathrow. ATC did, but is London still on? No, they are not. So, just as we predicted... I think basically Tower was like, you know what? That air not idiots on the move. Let's fake a system crash and get the hell out of here. Who can blame him?
461 taking off from 827 right, Brookmans Park 7 Foxtrot departure, Heathrow traffic.
Heathrow traffic and 56 Tango taxi to holding point Alpha 3 via Lima and Alpha.
Heathrow traffic, 2950 Mike, we're going to continue to hold a shorter beam Alpha 4. So if anyone wants to get behind Alpha 3, you can do.
Jubbly. Brams, thank you. Let's just double check everything. Yeah, everyone's gone.
Heathrow traffic, short off 2 Alpha, we're taxiing now, lift 56 Alpha.
So Eurowings is on the roll. British Airways is lining up and waiting, I think.
Heathrow traffic, 2950 Mike, taking off 27 right, dead link departure. Heathrow traffic, Eurowings 461 outbound, runway 27 right.
Traffic is 64 kilo Lima, taxi 9.1, runway 25 by Delta.
Heathrow traffic out 232, lining up and waiting 27 right via Alpha 4. How do you make a virtual airline? I use New Sky. That's the platform we use. But there are others. Other platforms are available. Come on, you turn. Thank you. Start the clock. Takeoff config normal. No one's coming in on 27 right, thankfully. You just know that would happen right now, don't you? Now the tower's gone.
Heathrow traffic to
What it is, I changed my... Normally my camera's zoomed, so I just unzoomed it due to a software update, and I was like, actually, kind of don't hate it. So I thought I'd just try it for a day, see what happens. Okie dokie. Where's British Airways going? You're going over there. And Eurowings is off to Cologne. That's Linus. I'm going to give Linus... I mean, it's only 7.5 miles between us. I'm not in love with that. Grumpy is on his way to Alpha 3. Heathrow traffic air not 232. Just going to hold for a further 30 seconds on 27 right for separation. Yeah, the wide angle view does mean I feel like I should probably tidy up my shelves a little bit. But I figured it kind of gives you more of a sense of the space that we're in, which can't be bad. And Heathrow traffic, air not 232, taking off 27 right, Brooklands Park, 7 Foxtrot, Heathrow traffic. Ready to go, Cologne?
Heathrow traffic, shuttle 3096, pushing back from stand 241 onto Lima.
Okay, Manflex 68, SRS green, runway, auto thrust blue. Forget how long this runway is, don't you? Especially when you've gotten used to doing like Bristol on the Bristol tour that we're doing at the minute. V1, rotate. God, those frames are awful. Positive climb, gear up. Landing back in here is going to be good fun, isn't it, on that basis? Can't wait for that. Sound like a slideshow to get you into Heathrow, is there? Heathrow traffic air not 232, airborne out of 27 right, Brooklands Park, 7 Foxtrot, passing 1700 Heathrow. Okay, we're going to have flaps retractions shortly. Turn. That's a bit of wing flex there, wasn't it? Damn. This is the Phoenix for those asking, 319. Forgot we can have cinematic views, can't we? While I fly, using the little screen here. Because look, we can now... should have a turn coming up. Oh yeah, baby, look at that. Am I putting on a show for you or what? Just don't do a crash to desktop, please, Sim. Could really do without that. Okay, you can hear the engine spooling down. That's because we've reached 6,000 feet.
Traffic short to Alpha
runway 27 right, Alpha 4.
Around we go. We'll get round this turn and we'll take a view on traffic and we'll look at getting ourselves buzzed up to 330 if it's going to be safe. We don't want to do it if we're going to cut someone up or anything like that. Alright, autopilot on. It is chase plane, yeah. What's the black rectangle? So that is my pop-out manager. It seems to have flooded my PFD onto... yeah, onto the screen, onto the sim. I don't really know why, to be honest with you. I wish I did. Okay, easy, where are you going? Barcelona. Where are you lot going? Manchester. Manchester. Let's go. I'm going to do it once we pass 6,000, Mr. Mint. Because otherwise it can throw the plane out if you're at 6,000. Heathrow traffic out 232, climbing now flight level 330, final call Heathrow. Okay, now we'll do it. Now, should get some views of Heathrow. Yeah, there it is. Morning, Mr. Mint. Yeah, Linus, if like I'm flying at, if like I said, it's got me at 6,000, if you go to standard it might take you to 6.2 or 5.8 or something, and then the plane's like, ah! So I just leave it alone until I'm going through that flight level. Since Sim Update 5, my FPS has been fine in most airports. Even though the FPS is fine, it turns into a slideshow. I've done all the recommended setups. Yeah. I wish I had more to say on that one, Ross, to be honest. I'm tempted just to do a complete reinstall of Windows at this point. I feel like it's been long enough that we probably should do that. You know? So, I don't know. Samuel, how are you? Okay, so we're just past 10,000. Let's get lights off. Whoops. Let them out. Disarm ground spoilers. And we're good to go. What time are we getting there? When are we going to be there? We're going to be there in 55 minutes. Beautiful. I don't know what we're getting now in terms of frames. Still struggling a bit. But then we are over London, so you can see this one's always the big tell at the moment, the train level of detail factor. So this is like 0.65 at the moment, 0.66, so it's climbing, which means the system is finding it easier to maintain 45 FPS. If it goes below 45, I've set it to basically crank everything down. And that does help us out quite a lot without really affecting too much. What I'm interested in is this new Windows 11 Xbox mode, where it will essentially kill unnecessary processes that Windows has running in the background to therefore increase your gaming performance. That could be pretty cool. That really could be pretty cool. Like, some people are saying it might up your performance by 20%, which for the sim is substantial. Very, very substantial. But we'll have to see. Is there a plane above us? Feels like there should be. There they are. I still haven't bought that graphics thing yet either. I should do that. I was thinking I was going to release my overhead panel review tonight, by the way, as well. Cheers, Fang. When is this Xbox mode supposed to be coming out? Well, apparently you can get it now if you like opt in. So that there is ways and means. Yeah, Matt, we've seen that. In fact, Matt, I'm fairly certain he flew me to Prague in real life. As soon as he came on the radio, I was like, I recognise that voice. And lo and behold, as I walked off, obviously you can sort of see a bit in the cockpit. 99% certain it's him. Because we flew Eurowings Bristol to Prague. Just the way he spoke over the mic, it just like mannerisms, like that kind of really cool friendliness that he has about him. It's like 100% him, I'm sure it was him. Beautiful landing as well, of course it was. Is that Stanny? That is Stanny down there, isn't it? Could be wrong, could be there's another guy that looks just like him, sounds just like him, but I'm very, very certain it was him. That was a weird time to fly as well, because that was just coming out of COVID and people were just getting used to it again. It was an interesting time to fly, that was. Because it's very much like, you know, you must wear a mask on the plane at all times. You will not be allowed on the plane without a mask. And then they're like, who wants a drink? And then they're selling drinks. It's like, oh, you can take your mask off if you're eating or drinking. It's like, well, that's pointless then, isn't it? Like, why were you so like, bang, 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 bang a minute ago, and now it's like, yeah, but if you pay us for a coffee, of course you can take your mask off. It's like, okay, fine. I get it. How do you make the liveries for the airline? Is it on New Sky? So the liveries have got nothing to do with New Sky. The liveries, we basically take the planes that we like to fly. So Phoenix family of aircraft, PMDG, we've got the A350 from Minibus, the A340 from Minibus, so on and so forth. And the developers of the planes, they provide paint kits. Usually they come in the form of a like Photoshop file or series of Photoshop files, sometimes a Blender file. If you want to do a bit of 3D painting in Blender, that can be easier sometimes actually. Depends on how comfortable you are with Blender. Anyway, use their paint kit, make the livery, pray that it works, test it, realise it's broken, fix it, test it again, realise it's still broken. Do that for about anywhere between 200 and 300 times and you'll have a livery. That's been my experience anyway. I'm getting better at it. I mean, like, I was shocking when we first started doing the fly-by-wire liveries. That was the first one I ever did. And boy did I struggle with that. And I still do to a point. I still do. But we're getting there with it. I feel like it just doesn't come naturally to me. Like thinking in 3D space and paint and stuff like that. I don't know. So there's this tool that you can use for doing 3D modelling called OpenSCAD, and I find that so much easier because it allows you to code a 3D model. So like you code a box, you give it dimensions, you code a thing that comes out of it and code another thing and code another thing. And I can read the code and I can just sort of see it appearing before my eyes. But if you said to me, right, drag a box and like stretch it and pull it that way and this way and that way, and then I'd be like, oh no, I'm lost. But in code, it's way easier. But yeah, I feel like as every livery we do, it gets a little bit easier. And to a large degree, it does depend on the paint kit as well. Like some paint kits are just not very friendly. Some are better than others. So it depends. The A380 from Fly-by-Wire, that one, well, had it not been for Grumpy encouraging me, I'd have probably given up on that. To be completely honest with you, that was not fun. That was like a whole day And you think to yourself, like, God damn it, that's a whole day. Like, I could have made a video, I could have done a stream, I could have done so much for the channel in a day. Like, a day is very precious, really, when you think about it. Because I don't have a lot of time to work on the channel. And we like to get a lot done in the time that we have. And then to have a whole day taken out for a livery, it does sting. But then once you've done it, you feel really glad because it's there and it's an asset forever. So, yeah. You can imagine my horror when we got accepted as a VATSIM partner airline in December last year. And then, of course, it's like, cool, you can put your liveries in FSLTL, then everyone else can see us. Because at the moment, people can't see us. Like John, the controller at Heathrow, he'd have just seen us probably as plain white A320s trundling around, not really sure who we are, just by looking at us visually. Obviously, if you see like a red tail with Virgin written on it, you know that's going to be like a Virgin Atlantic, so... Yeah, we had to redo all the liveries for FSLTL. You can't just give them your Phoenix livery. You can't just give them your PMDG livery. You have to use their paint kits that are designed for their low polygon 3D models for efficiency and performance reasons. Totally understand that. But we got pretty good at those towards the end. We were getting pretty good to the point where I was doing a livery in about 30 minutes. But their paint kits were way simpler because they were low polygon, therefore less to do. Much more forgiving. I could do across the pond and then during that period do another livery. Problem solved. Yeah, I'll let you know on that one, Grumpy, alright? It does, Grumpy. I was thinking about that last night, actually. Needs to be brought up to the new standard, doesn't it? I'm not sure I like this view being in cinematic mode. It asked me if I wanted to put it in, and I was like, yeah, that'd be cool. And that one, and I don't think it's a good idea. Maybe it was. We'll see. We'll see how we feel when we get to Cologne. How do I join the airline? It's hosted on New Sky. So you need to get an account with New Sky, newsky.app in your browser. You need to do a flight for the practice airline that's built into it called the New Sky Academy. Once you've done that, you can start joining airlines, providing you do well enough. Different airlines have different entry requirements. Ours is you need a pilot rating of 9.0 out of 10. Used to be 8. But without being rude, it let in a few people that weren't ready. Which isn't fun for anyone. Not really. We don't like to see people having a hard time. Because then they write to you and they feel bad and they're like, oh, I'm really sorry, I messed up. Is there any chance you... Because New Sky will like auto-suspend you if you like smash a plane up or whatever. And then they write to you being like, please let me back in, I'm so sorry, it won't happen again. And then if you do it, then quite often it will happen again. And it's like, oh, it's just awkward. Like, you know, you don't want to be like the bad guy. But at the same time, a lot of people put in a hell of a lot of work to the virtual airline, and we can't have people smashing up planes left and right. Regardless of excuses / reasons. Cats pulling out USB cables is a favourite one, I've noticed. I've had that from many a person. I don't know what happened. Just as I was going to touch down, the cats pulled out my USBs and then I crashed. Had multiple people doing that. Multiple. Now, maybe it's true. Maybe cats are just the worst. I don't know. But when you get the same excuse like that almost 10 times, you're like, It's a bit like my dog ate my homework. Grumpy, I am Mac 787. Newsky.com? No, newsky.app. Have I seen the new 787? Yeah, maybe. I stopped using eye tracking. So Sim Update 5 caused me an issue with it, so I've unplugged it for the time being. I need to sit down and do it properly. Trouble is, every time I sit down, I need to stream. So it's kind of like if I'm at the sim, I'm streaming usually, so it's kind of tricky to find half an hour to an hour just to sit down and fix a problem. That's the other thing, Linus, is when people say, please remove the flight. It's like, you presume I can remove the flight, and I can't. Like, I can't do that. Sometimes it's because I don't want to, or I don't think it's warranted. But we get a very, very, very... I forget what the figure is. Is it 2% of all flights in the last 30 days we can delete? Which is like an incredibly limited amount. And I think there's a cap on that as well. So, like, if someone just has a bad day and they're like, could you remove that? It's like, well, no, sorry. If somebody has, like, a PC crash or something, then, yeah, I would consider deleting the flight. But just, like, I messed up. So, no. I mean, like, if an EasyJet pilot messed up, do they get to delete the flight? No. They have to deal with the consequences, don't they? Philip, how you doing? But oftentimes, like, if we've had a lot of crash to desktops, people have, like, there was a period of time where the sim was quite buggy and we had to use quite a few of them. Oftentimes people would write to me and I'm like, I can't. Like, it literally won't let me. We're out of deletes. Past 10. Beautiful. I did that on Sunday. It's so nice. Sunday's my one day off, basically. I always try and get a good sleep in on Saturday night into Sunday. And I feel so tired all day on Sunday. And I don't know whether it's because I'm, like, actually tired, or whether it's because I know I can be tired, so I am. Does that make sense? It's almost like on the if you, like, break up for Christmas from school or work or whatever it is you're doing, then you come home and you immediately catch a cold. You know, that kind of thing. It's like, I'm allowed to be ill now because I've got some time off, so I shall be ill. I'm sure there's something psychological going on there. What's the point in New Sky? How does it really work? So, as a virtual airline owner, you have to create a schedule, so like a route network, so decide where you're going to fly to and from. You have to lease aircraft that are positioned at your various airports so that pilots have got something to fly. And then we go about our business. And your flights are tracked and ranked, so if you smash it into the ground, you'll get like an out of 10 score per flight. Each flight contributes to your personal pilot average, and also every flight you do for AirNot contributes to the airline's overall average. So again, if somebody gets a 0 out of 10 because they binned it, well then that's not good. And yeah, things are tracked throughout the flight. For example, if you don't turn your beacon light on, it will track you and it will knock you points off. If you're late, it will fine you, because if it was in the real world and you were late, obviously you'd have to pay compensation to customers. If you book a flight and then don't do it, that flight is then considered to be cancelled, and that's a massive fine for the airline. So the idea is to try and run at a profit. Kind of makes it a little bit of a game in its own right. Now at the moment it doesn't make a huge difference because there's no sort of competition between airlines on New Sky at the moment, but apparently it is coming. Economy 2.0. But I get the impression the dev's quite busy, so I wouldn't hold your breath on that. Do I fly Phoenix or the fly-by-wire? Yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts. Phoenix is the best, but fly-by-wire is free and also good. So, yeah, you choose. Make no mistake, Phoenix is the better aircraft. But there ain't nothing like free, is there? And to be honest, I'm fairly convinced that like some of fly-by-wire's aircraft, like the A380, freeware, better than some payware. You do not have to use... If you join the VA, do you have to use liveries? No. No. Some people... well, like Linus, for example, right now, I think he's flying his Eurowings. He may very well be flying for the VA with a Eurowings call sign on VATSIM. So you generate the flight in New Sky. It can generate you a SimBrief flight plan based on the number of passengers New Sky's allocated you, cargo, all the rest of it. That will generate you a SimBrief plan. All you need to do then is go edit and change the call sign from X-Ray November Oscar, which is us, to like, I don't know, RYR for Ryanair. So to join the airline, you need to first fly for New Sky and get a good rating. Yes, Lenny. Yeah, I'll show you. Where are we? So these are all the airlines. You go to the Search Airlines tab. Obviously New Sky Academy. These are ranked by activity, so who's done the most flights, essentially. New Sky Academy is where you need to go to do your practice flight. This airline won't judge you. You can fly here, fly how and where you want to polish on your skills. So that's where you basically start to get your own pilot ranking, because obviously you don't have a ranking out of 10 if you've never done a flight. So you do your first one with New Sky Academy. Then you'll find that once you've done that, you can start joining airlines. So you've got like Luke's British Av Geek, Osprey, Lufthansa, Alpaca, Skywalk, and there's us. Not doing too bad actually. 726 flights in the past 30 days. That ain't too shabby, is it? That ain't too shabby. We're doing alright. Look at that rating, 9.49. That's pretty high. Alpaca's higher. Lufthansa's lower. Osprey's lower. Jet Flight's pretty good, 969. Yeah, so we're not doing bad, all things considered. We are not doing bad. But yeah, I mean, there's loads. It goes on and on. If you want to book a flight, go to My Flights, book a flight. Preferably do a scheduled flight, because then the airline will earn 25% more. So these are all of our scheduled routes. You can see where the hubs are: London, Copenhagen, Toulouse, Istanbul to a point, Dubai to a point, Singers, Sydney to a point. You can actually circle the globe because you can go all the way around it now. It's good. Lots to be doing. I mean, Doc, if you want to just use the livery and just fly without flying for the VA, you're more than welcome. Now I know I can use my own liveries, I might consider joining. I like the idea of those Bristol tours. Oh yeah, they're good fun. We're going to do more like that as well. We'll do another one like that. Right, I'm 138 miles from top of descent, don't let me forget. Quick ATC check. Can we expect anything? Where are we? We must be over the Netherlands by now, nearly. Yeah. Precisely bugger all. All the way there, because we're sort of going to come in, down, around and up. Yeah, Grumpy, we were thinking about it, weren't we, about doing a Heathrow tour? Did we say we were going to do 2 separate tours for Heathrow? Doing like a... Oh, I don't want to say short haul, but like anything below 6 hours goes into one tour, and anything beyond that goes into another. Yeah, I thought that's what we agreed. And then maybe we'll do a Griffin-inspired tour out of Gatwick. So BA-inspired routes out of Gatwick, that could be quite cool. Then maybe Frankfurt could be a cool one. Amsterdam would be another one, I suppose. Munich. I'm trying to think of like airports that are quite big and require mastering. Bristol's a fun one just because of its runway, I think. And it's a tragically underrated airport, Bristol, and VATSIM. I really wish that Bristol had Edinburgh levels of ATC. Like, you sometimes get it, you sometimes do, but it's not as common. I don't know, Jerry, you see the same cat excuse, like, for the 10th time, you do start to wonder. I'm not saying everyone's telling me fibs, but looking at the flight data. Keep in mind, we can also see all the flight data, so everything that your plane does, we can see. You change the flaps, you do this, you do that, you... What kind of socks am I wearing? I haven't got a clue, just like the cheapest rubbish from Amazon, probably. Athens, that's a good call, Spag. I'm going to make a note of these. Right, Athens. Say Munich. Frankfurt. Amsterdam. What's the scenery options for Barca? That's the other thing, because Munich and Frankfurt, you've got decent scenery options, and Amsterdam by default. You can get by with all three of those. I know it's not ideal. Hamburg's got a good freeware, hasn't it? Keep them coming. Copenhagen. Thoughts on how long they should be? Because I'm a bit concerned that the Bristol one was maybe a bit long. Because I didn't fully factor in... Well, I did and I didn't. Because I thought 20 return trips, that'd be great. But then you're like, damn, that's actually 40 legs. And some of them are a bit long. So I think perhaps 15 max. 10 to 15, depending on how it feels. Yeah, Faro's good. Where are we flying? We are flying to Cologne. Because keep in mind, like 16 return trips means 32 legs. I mean, it hasn't really affected uptake of the Bristol one though. Like, quite a lot of people have jumped on that. Warsaw, good shout. Copenhagen, Helsinki, Grumpy says as well. Also, we could potentially run out of tours on New Sky. I think there's a maximum of 50 tours that you're allowed. Innsbruck, yeah. We could do Innsbruck, although I don't know how many flights are actually in and out of Innsbruck. Like, what's the destination kind of variety? I mean, Innsbruck does seem like a really good fit, doesn't it? Innsbruck and Madeira. I mean, those two are pretty much must-haves. Yep, Athens is on the list. Athens is a good one. Athens would probably require payware scenery, which might put some people off. Oh, God, I thought that was going to be a crash then. Speaking of, what's the GPU doing today? Oh, good. It's not where I left it. Good. GPU is now slowed down a bit to prevent crashing. I mean, really, you want the airport to have something going for it. Like, obviously, Frankfurt, Munich, you've got their complexity. And the busy airspace in Germany that surrounds them is kind of their appeal, isn't it? Similar to Amsterdam. Athens, similar. Copenhagen, similar. Innsbruck and Madeira, obviously, for their own reasons. Right. We are not far from top of descent. So, on that basis, let's do our arrival. 3-1 right still looks good. There is nothing going on. So we can pretty much do our own thing. 3-1 right. Meter. Apply meter. So I'm going to punch this into the MCDU. Save going backwards and forwards of the camera. Wind 280 at 16. A little bit windy then. Temperature 10, QNH 1014, and then minimums 500. Destination data is input. Alright, so let me read out what's on my list so far. Athens, Munich, Frankfurt, Amsterdam, Hamburg, Copenhagen, Warsaw, Helsinki, Innsbruck, Madeira. And obviously Heathrow. I was also looking at the arrival start. I'm doing the Copag 1 Bravo dock. And I'm just going straight to final. I've got 3-1 right, Grumpy. Not Grumpy, sorry. Thought that was Grumpy's little picture. It looks similar. Yeah, you're right. There's a thing at Cologne, isn't there? Let me show you. This one. Now, where are you going? Hopefully taxiing on Alpha and not about to take off on 15 left. Yeah, they're going on Alpha. Had to wander there for a minute. 44 miles until top of descent. Cav, how's it going? We doing all right, aren't we? We are doing all right. Auto brakes. We haven't done that yet. So on the init page B, zero fuel weight, 58.3 tons. Estimated fuel on board when we land, 3.4. So that's going to be 58.3 adds 3.4, so 58.7, 61.7 tons landing weight. And given that Cologne is big, auto brake low will do us nicely. Plenty of time. I bet even Grumpy could land auto brake low in his 350. Easy peasy. Now. Grumpy, I'm going to go for cost index 5. For a more graceful descent, if that suits you. Which means I need to start descending now. Lone traffic Airnaut 232, flight level 330, overhead Soneb. Descending now on the Copag 1 Bravo for runway 31 right, descending for flight level 100 level by Copag, Cologne. Using New Sky for the first time yesterday, got a 9.65, which I feel like is good for me, but then seeing you get 10s makes me think I should wait. Well, keep trying some flights, Cav. What was it that made you not get a 10? Was it like forgetting a light, or was it more the... If it was something like off-centre line landings, hard touchdown, stuff like that, I would say maybe take the time and build up the consistency, but if you just forgot a light or something, just, you should be alright. It used to be 3214, did it? Why did they change then? What prompted that? I mean, in fairness, the runway heading for 31 right is 314, so I guess if you were to use the rules of rounding, then you should... Yeah. Left is centre line. By how much? How many metres? Hi, Max. Course drift. Oh. Damn, okay. Magnetic variation. Damn, I didn't know that. Learn something every day. Do I like it more on YouTube or Twitch? Either, Macabell, to be honest. Either. I mean, YouTube is like obviously where I put all my videos and everything else, so that's kind of like home, if you know what I mean. No issue at all with Twitch. I think it's a great platform to stream on. Met a lot of great people there, that's the main thing. TikTok, not so much, to be honest. We are not streaming on TikTok today. I've had enough of TikTok. They peed me off something chronic last week. Because we were looking at not 4090s, 5090s. And then it, like, effectively shadow banned me. It came up saying that you're looking at products... No, you're promoting products not via TikTok Shop. So your stream has been binned, basically. It's like, who the hell are you to tell me what to look at on my stream? Get out of here. If I want to look at a 5090 on my stream, I'm going to look at a 5090. And they deal with censorship like that. Utterly ridiculous. Maybe I need to start, like, using hand creams and stuff on stream and flog them to you via TikTok Shop. Maybe that's what I should do. Become one of those get ready with me influencers. Spend the day with me. As a complete moron on TikTok. New content strategy right there. Have I tested the 4080 Super since Sim Update 5? No, Max, but the plan is to do that. As for when we do that, I don't know. Very busy at the moment, but that is a plan. So many plans. Not enough action. The other one, Bert, is when the Airbus touches down, or just before it touches down, obviously it gives out a certain call-out. That is a certain word. I won't say it in case I trigger platforms we're currently on. And TikTok invariably will say that I am doing hate speech. And it's like, no, I'm not. Because A, I didn't say it, and B, it's a legitimate use of the word when used in the context of an Airbus bringing its throttles to idle. So you can appeal it, and then within seconds the appeal is denied. So it's like AI has detected that it happened in the first place and binned me for it. Then I appeal it, and AI then obviously insta-rejects the appeal. So it's like I'm just talking to a brick wall here. Hey Dan, I'm good, thank you. So yeah. Again, like Twitch won't give you a stream key. So those of you that are watching on YouTube Vertical, if Twitch gave me a stream key, I could just plug it in and just send exactly what you're seeing to Twitch. End of. They won't do that. They insist that you use the TikTok Studio app, which is just a horrific piece of software in its own right. It means you have to have another encode session going, which degrades performance, or potentially could degrade performance of your other streams, just to then deal with TikTok being completely obtuse. Again, like, look at a 5090 on scan.co.uk and it's like, you must not do that. It's like, no, I can actually. Thank you very much. You need to shut the hell up and get out. So, that's where we are with TikTok. Kind of done with it, to be honest. Don't know what I'm going to do without all the Airbus or Boeing questions, or do a barrel roll, or game name. Game name, that's the one, isn't it? Don't know what it is without on TikTok. Just game name. What do you think? It's a plane. Oh yeah, we're playing the new Doom, obviously. Man. I'm in need of a tech whizz's brain. Go on then, Dan. If I don't know, someone else in chat might. Game name. Stop advertising Doom. Sorry. Sorry. Can you not buy Doom on TikTok Shop? Spend the day with me as I play Doom. Old man yells at cloud. Almost quite literally in this case, but that's fine. How do you use VR with the sim and your gear? With great difficulty, Philip, to be honest with you. Great difficulty. That's the problem. So, I've got a Pimax Crystal Super up on the wall there, hanging on. And, yeah, as soon as you put that on, it's incredible, it's phenomenal, like, my word. But, all of this, suddenly you can't see it. So generally I'll grab the throttle, grab the stick, and just hang on for dear life. My stick is wobbly. I need to get some of that PTFE tape. Grumpy said about that. Apparently it stops your stick. The little nut that holds the stick onto the AB9. Obviously the force feedback motors, I guess, subtly vibrate the where the nut screws onto it. And over time it can just gradually come off. And you have to tighten it back down. Yeah, Macabre, you need to play the new Doom game. I don't know that you do actually.
Flying traffic Golf Foxtrot Romeo Victor 5000.
I thought it was a bit mid, to be honest.
Direct call, setting up for ILS 32, correction, ILS 31 right, no traffic.
Are you coming into Cologne? No, you're going to Heathrow. Let's click on Cologne. No, I want Cologne, not that Eurowings. Alright, Linus is next. There you go. You're going to Pisa. Nice. So where are you? Linus, apparently. Then Tom. Then me. Then Grumpy. Then... Who's in the shuttle? Yes. I do? That's a little train of us. In terms of where we're going to go when we land... Is there very much difference between the AB9 and the AB6 in terms of simulating the Airbus field? Yes. So, Cav, if you have a look, I've reviewed both. The 9 is beyond compare, I would say. It's so good. It's so good. The 6 is still good, but you can feel... like the cogging on the gears, because the 6 uses a gear-based force feedback mechanism, whereas the AB9 uses belt, and belt is way smoother. So as you move the stick, just very, very, very subtly, you can almost feel like, I don't want to say clicks, but like little, sort of like the teeth of the cogs sort of going into each other. And if you're doing super small movements on final, you absolutely feel them. It's almost like if you're doing normal movements, you've got about like 3 or 4 clicks in either direction off center. So my hope was that, well, we don't need all the strength of the AB9 to recreate the feel of an Airbus side stick, which is true, we don't. But it turns out what we really did need was the smoothness of the AB9. My hope was that the AB6 would be enough, it would be cheaper, it would be just like the AB9 but weaker. And it was like the AB9 but weaker, but you could feel the cogging of the gears. Some people said to me, oh, you need to do a torque thingy calibration in the Moser software, that'll fix it. And I did that and it was the same. One guy told me to learn physics, because apparently that's what I needed to do. Learn physics. Don't know what you're talking about. So, well, I've used both. I'm telling you how they feel. Gotta love YouTube commenters. Where would we be without them? Right, let's get them strapped in, shall we? Line traffic N 232, just past Copad, continuing our descent now for 4,000 feet for the ILS 31 right, Cologne. Correction, 3,000. What's transition level here? By ATC.
232, N 56 Tango. Just let me know any speed changes, please, because I'm currently 15 miles behind you.
Roger, we'll keep to 250 for now.
Plane traffic Golf Romeo Victor, establish ILS 32, correction, sorry, 31 right, 9 miles, Cologne traffic.
I suppose the other shoe to drop, Cav, is wind controls one, but again, we don't know about them yet, do we? My hope is that their cheapest one will be good enough for A320 simmers. That's my hope. I hope there's not like a gotcha with the entry level, most affordable one. It's still a lot of money. I'm saying affordable, but it's still a lot of money. And then there's, of course, Cav, there's the stick that needs to go on top. Are you a left-handed or a right-handed simmer? Because if you're right-handed, Moser do the MA3X side stick, which I was very much a fan of. Really like that. I just wish they did a left-handed version. But they didn't. But I think they are going to. Was that an FS weekend thing, or was that... Who's doing this left-handed stick, or was that wind control? I've forgotten, honestly, to be honest. Yeah, same Cav. I've got that like a big shot in front of you guys. Missed approach. On heading 314. Turn right, climb 4000.
Clone traffic, Golf Romeo Victor, landing 31 right, Clone.
Oh, look at that. Threading the needle through these clouds. Let's just double check QNH at Cologne. I'm going to go standard pressure, not standard, local pressure. Little bit of speed brake. Gonna try and stay as
Now be seated for landing. Thank you.
fast as we can for as long as we can. Let's go 220. Cologne traffic Air Knot 232, slowing speed 220 knots. Laps 1.
Clone traffic, Golf Romeo Victor, runway vacated, Cologne.
We're in the soup.
Clone traffic at rungs 461, 6 mile final, runway 31 right, clone traffic.
Okay, we're 14 miles out. Linus is on the go. Didn't put my landing lights on, that's silly. Cologne traffic, Air Knot 232, turning on to final 431 right, slowing speed 180 knots. Gonna need that speed brake again. The approach. Okay, we're 11 miles out and we're still doing 210 knots, but we are slowing down now. Yeah, mum. Laps 2. Not bad, Rob. Not bad. We're just coming into land. Flowing traffic out 232 on a 9-mile final. Currently just slowing down to speed 160, which we will maintain until 4 DME Cologne. Laps 3. Still can't see a thing yet. Is this the GFX? Don't know, not tried it. Not tried that one yet. Laps full. Get that speed way down. $4,000 in the go around. Did not expect the weather to be like this.
15 miles to run.
You know.
461 indicated by Alpha 3 taxiing via Echo. Alpha to stand level 14, reporting wind shear 1.9, gusting for 1.9 to 1 DME, Cologne traffic.
Oof. Thank you, Linus. I look forward to that. Yeah, I've heard it might be good for the contrails alone. Right, lights are set. Go around altitude set. Auto brakes load. Gear down 3 greens. Spoilers are armed. Flaps are full. 4 miles to go. Cologne traffic, N0232 on a 4-mile final for 3-1 right. Final approach speed now of 140 knots. Cologne traffic. No visual as of yet. Linus is reporting wind shear.
1,000.
So that'll be fun.
Follow traffic at 956 Tango, turning final 12 miles, runway 31 right.
Yucky, yucky. Right, I've got a bit of a visual now. Let's take it from here. Instruments, instruments, instruments.
500.
There's that wind shear Linus was talking about.
Shuttle 309, 6, 18, traffic.
100 above.
So traffic at 956 Tango, ILS 31 right, 9 miles.
Minimum.
Continue. It's a bit lumpy bumpy here this morning.
100.
50 over the numbers. Come on.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Okay, decrab. And there goes my right engine. As is tradition. That will do us nicely. Keep it rolling. Cross the runway 24. We vacate Alpha 3, I believe. Clone traffic, not 232 vacated, runway 31 right via Alpha 3 clone. Right, we're down. Let's get that APU fired.
Clone traffic, not 56 Tango, short final 31 right, 6 miles.
Get the lights set. We will clean the wing up. Work out where I'm supposed to be going. Echo. Clone traffic, not 232, taxiing stand Bravo 12 via Echo and Alpha 5 Bravo, I think. Bravo 12. Go and park next to Linus. Now, who should we get to unload us? Cologne, Lufthansa? Let's have Lufthansa do it. Don't know about the new Sky score yet. Return? Yeah. As per the thumbnail. Of course, I've only got one engine. Shooting a video and missed a landing. Don't worry, you can wind it back. Getting better at predicting the engine cut-off. I know. I don't know who's going to have to fix that. I mean, someone said a reinstall might fix it, but don't really want to have to do that. If I can avoid it. Why the engine cut-off? Sam, it's been ever since Sim Update 5. Some people say reinstalling the Phoenix might help. I haven't had a chance to do that yet. Yeah, Linus, I think I went to your call out, so I was a bit more ready for it. Checked all the bindings. Bindings are good as gold. It's a known thing. It's a thing. Just not sure what we can do. The one and only, thank you for following. That's alright, we'll do a engine shutdown and all of that. New Sky's been being weird ever since Sim Update 5 as well. In the sense that it is very slow to respond, doesn't always chuck up the little thing to be like start the flight. You'll hear the noise, you'll hear like the ding dong, but then you don't see the overlay. So yeah, like Lack was saying, just did a clean install. Might not be the worst idea. Ah! Bump. Is that someone going around? Yes.
Line traffic, shuttle 309, on full foul, on a full runway 31.
Inbound traffic Air Knots 56 Tango. Following the go-around procedure, we'll slot in behind all landing aircraft.
Okay, there's a plane. There we go. Golf, Bravo, Foxtrot, Romeo, Victor, N0232. What's your intentions? You're turning in there.
I'm just going to park at the FedEx gate just here on the left. You can carry on, Golf Romeo Victor.
Roger, thanks. We'll continue to Bravo 12. Appreciate it. Why aren't I moving? Don't tell me the other engine's shut down now as well. Come on. I'm stuck. There we go. Now we're moving. Goodness me. Sounds like I maybe got away with it then, Linus, with that landing there. I'm going to have to cut across the lines here, aren't I? Can't fully see where I'm supposed to be going. I think I want to go here. Yeah, I think this is us, isn't it? Yeah, Bravo 12. This is this Indie Builds that did this one? Come on. I never seem to be able to get all the zeros on this. I'm not very good at this bit. Stopped. Stupid single engine taxi. Too bad. 0.3 of a foot out. I'll take it. Is there any way to disable the floating numbers? You know what? I don't actually know. Oh, Lackland rudders are so good. Like, I've always said, cheap rudders are better than no rudders. Like, infinitely better. So don't feel like you need to spend loads. Necessarily. Engine's off. So you had that ding-dong. But we have not had a thing from New Sky yet.
Shuttle 3096 to the runway.
My flights landed. Yeah, it's not closed it, has it? Let's close the flight ourselves. Lots of weirdness from New Sky. 10 out of 10. 1.27 G, 239 feet per minute in challenging conditions. Were we really 5 miles off the centre line? 5 metres? Didn't feel like we were. Maybe we were. Maybe we were. I mean, I'm inclined to believe it because usually it is right. Saving up for some wing Airbus pedals. Yeah, they should. I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. There it is. So we'll let everyone shove off.
Traffic, shuttle 3096, taxiing Alpha Bravo TK.
Cargo's on its way off.
Bravo 30.
And we can get back to Heathrow. Grant, how are you? I have an airline on New Sky. I do. So, are the passengers going to walk to the terminal, or are they going to get bussed, I wonder? I guess we'll soon find out. Alright, I don't like this view being part of the cinematics. I don't... Where is it? So many icons, I don't know what I'm looking at. Let's go to my views. Main, it is a bus. Using cinematics, no. Using cinematics, no. Using cinematics, no. That's better. That's better. Right, we're going to go back to Heathrow now. We're going to get everything ready. We're going to get going. We should probably be back for about... Well, we started streaming at 9:30. It's now 11:30. So we'll probably be done and dusted for today's stream by about 1:30. Providing there's no go around. And we'll go from there. Kirky, how are you doing? How's the overhead panel? Really good. I need to figure out how to mount it. Maybe we'll look at that on the cruise on the way back. We'll have a look on how to do it. I could maybe use some advice from you guys if any of you are a bit handy, because I've got a funny old ceiling in here that is on an angle, so I need to offset that. I don't know. We'll talk about it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to need to go and let the dog out in the garden. Yeah, he needs to go out and have a sniff, and I'll grab a coffee. I'll show you the new brew bags, actually, from Rajado Coffee, while I think of it. And I'll see you in a minute. Don't go anywhere. Enjoy the views.
Line traffic and outside 6 Tango. Final runway 31 right, number 2.
Good afternoon, traffic 22 for Alpha, line up a Sigma, runway, Philip, goodbye.
Following traffic Air 056 Tango ILS, runway 31 right, 7 miles.
Golf Romeo Victor, not 56 Tango, good luck on the approach this time.
Yeah, thank you for that. Nasty wind shear. It's around about 100 feet.
Yeah, it's kind of spicy, yeah.
I'm back. Ah, good. How you doing, Arby? Sorry, the dog took forever. Check it out. None of you can see them. I'll put them in the yoke cam. Can't really see them, can you? What about up here? Can't really see them. The lights. Anyway, these are the new brew bags from Rajado Coffee. They sent them to me over the weekend. So it's basically like a tea bag, but full of nice coffee. It was really nice. So what have I got? I don't know what flavour I've got. Specialty coffee made easy, it says. Let's say on the thing. So they come in like a little pouch. Ah, it's Colombian, it says on it. Colombian coffee. There you go, look. Spot on. What does it say? Put it in, add hot water, infuse for 3+ minutes, brew to taste, give the bag a little squeeze and pull it out. Good. I was a little bit worried, I've just made one. I was a little bit worried giving it a squeeze, because the last time I did that, with some ones I bought from Tesco, the bags would invariably pop. These ones have not, so that's good. Then you'd end up with a horrible mug of coffee. But these are pretty good if you're in a hurry. Not bad at all. Coffee bags, Joanna, yeah. Or brew bags, as Rajado call them. So yeah. I figured I'd show you guys, because they were kind enough to send us a box to test out. I think they wanted some feedback, really, but they're very nice. Right, time for me to do some work. Because we are going back to Heathrow. You never seen them, Joanna? Tesco used to do them years ago, but I would find the bag would quite often burst. Last night I bought the entire PMDG fleet for 2024. No way. Nice one, Jim. Yeah, we need to get. I'm definitely getting the PMDG itch. Like, I know, obviously you've got all this hardware, and I've been obviously Airbusing it to. Obviously been using that a lot because it's brand new and it's like the new shiny. But yeah, I can totally. I could totally do with a little outing in the 737. Maybe I'll have to put the yoke back in. Hey, he's down. Well done, Grumpy. Now, I've got a funny feeling there is a 319 here that I can bring back to Heathrow. Let's have a look. Yes, there is. What A319 is it, though? IAE wing flex. Can I be bothered to back out? I'm not sure I can. Free flight! Right, I'm going to do Air Not 234 this time. (319) CFM Sharks. What time are we at? 25 to 12. Let's say we're going to be gone at 12, which is to say UTC 11. Book a flight. You didn't like the Taylor's ones, Flashy? And these ones aren't bad. I'm not just saying that. Is it the same as the coffee that comes out my bean to cup machine? No, of course it's not. Is it significantly better than instant? You bet your backside it is. Lucky for you, Jim, when you were saying about all those PMDGs, Grumpy was busy landing the plane, so I don't think he heard you. Alright, so that's the sim brief flight plan made, so if we come in here and refresh, we should have a new flight plan. Air Not 234. So we're doing runway 24, really? For takeoff? I feel like 3-1 right might be a better idea, to be honest. I'm going to edit that. Seeing as everyone's landing... Is that typical at Cologne? Would you normally land and take off on the same runway? If 3-1 3-1 right is for landing, would we also use that for takeoff? Because it wants me on 2-4. Which is this one, which means I could potentially be going across traffic. Or is that intentional? Any experts of Cologne in the house? It's a shorter taxi to 2-4. Don't know. We'll think about that. Can always change it. Heathrow, Logan 2 Hotel, 27 left. Is there any Heathrow ATC? Ground. Oh, boy. Okay. Could be Unicom madness then into Heathrow, couldn't it? Let's file the flight plan. Call sign. Not. Let's do the old disconnect, reconnect trick. So now, in here, if we re-import the routes, import the next flight, Cologne, back to Heathrow. Happy days. Another full house by the look of it. Now hopefully we'll get some boarding if GSX can do the trick. It is nice having Chase plane back, I've missed it. Oh, I just remembered I'm having curry for tea tonight. I'm well excited for that. Can't beat a curry. I think that's got to be my favourite meal to go out for, is a curry. Like, I forget where we were recently, but we went to like some place and I was like, I could do so much better than this at home. It's just like something and chips, basically. It was everything on the menu, like, you know, burger and chips, gammon steak and chips, chicken and chips, scampi and chips, fish and chips. It's like, right, okay, so the key here is chips. And then you look at the prices, it's like, damn. Like getting offered 20 quid for a burger and chips. It's like, really? Like £1 a burger in Tesco. Don't know. I mean, I quite like cooking. I'm sort of the cook of the house, really, I suppose. Because I do enjoy it. I watch like all the YouTubers, like, you know, obviously Marco Pierre White, Gordon Ramsay, The Fallow, Love watching all that sort of stuff, learning stuff, improving stuff every time you try and do it. But I feel like the one thing I can't do, as well as properly going out for food, would be is a curry. I can't even get it close to as good as a good restaurant will do it. So you don't mind paying for that? Because yes, like going out for dinner is expensive, especially these days. I get it, but I feel like with a curry, you're actually getting something that you couldn't otherwise get at home. Look at this guy having a little dance in the window. That's GSX's insane realism. Love it. What's a gammon? Gammon's like a fat bit of bacon, I suppose. Well done, Doc. You did it, mate. Oh, Kirky, your hoodie's arrived. Yeah, I really like the quality of this hoodie. I'm very pleased with it. Very pleased with the fit. Might order another one, but they are quite expensive. I mean, I shouldn't say that about my own merch, but like, make no mistake, it's bloody expensive, and there's nothing I can do about that. It's all like one of these print-on-demand services. They set the price, really. Even if I buy it for myself, it still costs a lot. So I get like they set a price, like, I don't know, I forget what the price is, but let's say the hoodie is, I don't know, 30 quid, £30. Obviously shipping is whatever shipping is, and that'll depend on your region, and that can just suck depending on whatever. And then I get to decide how much profit I want per item. So if they give me a base price of 30 and I say I want to put £5 on it, well then it's 35. But I don't put a lot on it. I'm not going to get rich out of it. Basically, it's like a load of you guys, probably different guys that are here now, like a load of guys that used to come to the morning streams, they bullied me into it. So like, we want cups, we want hoodies. It's like, alright, fine, have it. Curry's easy at home. Alright, Philip, we're around to yours then for dinner tonight. How long does the suspension last? I mean, it's all automated, Kirky, so a suspension is automated, so if you get 3 flights below 7.0 or less in 30 days, it suspends, and then I think if you get less than a 4 for any reason, it suspends. Then it's a case of looking at what happened, and sort of trying to offer any advice, really. You can look at the flight data, kind of see what maybe went wrong and where, and the suspensions aren't supposed to be a punishment or anything like that. I think that's where some people get confused. It's really allowed to it's supposed to give everyone a bit of breathing space, really. Kind of bit of a timeout, see what went wrong, see how to fix it. Was it preventable? Could you prevent it happening again next time? Why, what's happened, Kirky? Dare I ask? That's what I need to... I'll make Grumpy head of lifting suspensions. Good luck getting out of it then. He'll have you. So, Philip, what time's dinner? Mind you, Joanna's saying she grinds her own spices. Philip, I might have to go around Joanna's instead. Her sounds maybe better. What I'll do, for my first course, I'll go to Joanna's. And then for my second course, I'll go up to Philip's. And then Grumpy's for dessert. Bad landings into Bristol. Uh-oh. How bad are we talking? Where am I going? Sorry, I'm just looking at my charts. I'll show you the charts. That'd be a better thing to do. 8 o'clock, that's a bit late for me, that, Philip. It's really weird, like, before we had kids, we'd always eat really late. Me and my wife, like, would get home from work, goof around for a couple of hours, do whatever it is, and then it'd get to like 7:30, and be like, we should probably have something to eat, shouldn't we? But as soon as we had kids, it was like, if it's 5:30 and there's nothing cooking, it's like, what the hell's going on? Like... Runway 09, 27, so it wants us to transition at Lambourne for the ILS. This is where I had my, on this exact approach, I think this is where the KLM incident happened. Cool, so there's the route. I'll have a look after Kirky after the stream's finished. Yeah, so it's saying 2-4. It gave me 2-4, and I don't know why, because surely if everyone's landing on 3-1 right, it would make sense to also depart on 3-1 right, so... Yeah, I don't fully understand why it's done that. Well, I don't know what to do, Grumpy, to be honest, because I don't want to go 2-4 if there's people landing 3-1. I mean, Kirky, my best advice to you, honestly, is like, just go around. If it's looking like, at any point, you're like, just go around. And if it happens again, go around again. And if it happens a third time, just auto-land the bloody thing to get out of trouble. Would be my advice to you. Going 2-4? Alright, we'll go 2-4 then. As long as we don't, like, bust out in front of somebody on final, I think we'll be okay, won't we? Funny looking terminal building, isn't it? We are loaded! Oh, that's a weird scroll. So how's the frames here at Cologne? Still not overly happy, is it? It's still got my train LOD down to 0.5. Right, never mind. ATSU. You DM me some photos. Nice. I'll have a look in a minute. Yeah, it's funny how your eating habits change post-kids. Oh, look, Grumpy, if we have an alternate, we've got to go up to Manny. Flight number, Airnaut 234. Cost index, I didn't look, but I'm fairly certain it's going to be 60. Yeah, 60. And then 320 for the cruise. Get some wind request. I always change that, rather go to Bournemouth. How do I add the thing at the top of the screen? Well, actually, that is wrong now you say about that. It's Sim Toolkit Pro. So, there you go. Yeah, Sim Toolkit Pro. That's all I use it for. It's just to do that. Yeah, you tell him, Philip. I just realised I'm sat here on my APU. It's probably not smart, was it? How much fuel was I supposed to be taking? 5.8. That's fine. Well, it's nearly time to go. I'll just stay on the APU. Never mind. Don't need no go-arounds. Don't need fuel for that. Okay, departing 2-4 is what we're going for, isn't it? What does NVO stand for? I feel like that's short for something. Novinich. Is that how you say it? Novinich? Yeah, whatever. 2 Delta. Is that default handcrafted? Yeah. Yeah, I think this came as part of a world update, didn't it? And I think, don't quote me on this, but I think they basically hired Innie to build it, and I think that's what happened. I think. Not 100%. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, which I might well be. Logan. 2 Hotel. Via Lambourne. Provided we don't get cut up by any KLM aircraft. Like we did last time. That's what I like to hear, Joanna. Nice little coffee bag, that. It's alright, that. Okay, let's send that to the MCDU. Departing 2-4, it's dry. Sync the load sheet. Calculate. Flaps 1 still. I thought it would be more than that for some reason. That's okay. Alright, init page B is in. We've got 5.8 tonnes of fuel loaded. Yes, we do. GSX has fueled us, in fact. 133 V1, 134 rotate, 138 V2. Flaps 1, down 0.1. Just going to reset my rudder trim. That's done. Fine. Good. Secondary flight plan. EDDK. EDDK. Now, obviously I'm going out on 2-4. Oh, it says 2-5. It's interesting. Oh god, I've put in the wrong thing, that's why. I put EDDG. Thinking I'm at Bristol.
Clear traffic, Golf Bravo, Foxtrot, Romeo Victor, pushing back, stand, Echo 1-3.
Even though that wouldn't be Bristol, but you know what I mean.
Clear traffic.
Departing 2-4. NVO 2 Delta. And then we'll land 3-1 right, I guess? I don't know. Whatever. That's fine. Right, how are we doing then? Seatbelts on. And I think... hopefully we can get a push. Morning, Aaron. Aaron, you must be in the States if you're saying morning, right? Well, I suppose it is still technically morning here. Yeah, for a free airport, this one's alright, isn't it? I love the free airports you get with world updates. I think they're such like bargains. And we've had so many. Like Faro, like Nice, like here, like Stansted, like Cork, like Cardiff, like... give me another one. Stockholm, like... Munich, Frankfurt, Amsterdam. These are all handcrafted ones that are good. Well, good enough. Like, I know some people get all, like, in a twist about it, but, you know, good enough. Not really interested in your Costa coffees in the terminals, to be honest. What we've got here, yes, I know it's not 100% perfect, but it's good enough. I didn't have to put my hand in my pocket to get it. Cheers, Aaron. This is more than adequate. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Edinburgh, but I love not paying for things even more. So, what am I going to do? If we're going down to 2-4, we're going to take Alpha and Delta. So I'm going to push back onto Bravo. Which will give me nose left, tail right. Cologne traffic, NOT 234, stand Bravo 12, pushing back, facing southwest on Bravo, Cologne traffic. We're off. Real world using 3-1, god damn it. Too late for that now, Jerry. Me and Grumpy have committed. Right, let's start the flight. Rebels with a cause.
Ladies and gentlemen, please observe the cabin crew member closest to you as we are about to demonstrate the safety features aboard our Airbus A319. Thank you. Welcome aboard our Airbus A319. Please pay attention to illuminated signs and crew instructions, including the following safety procedures. The safety card found in your seat pocket contains important information about exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets.
Roy, how you doing? Thank you for becoming a member. Premium economy. Legend. Cheers, Roy. Hope you're well. Long time no see.
The cabin crew are now pointing out the exits nearest to you. Please be aware that your nearest usable exit may be behind you. Emergency lighting will guide you to an exit.
I need to be above 3,000 feet. Initial climb 5,000. It's fine.
Belt is fastened, adjusted,
What's the voice? Ash is part of the
as
Phoenix.
shown. It must be fastened.
Is GSX worth getting? When it works, it's great, but it does sometimes have issues. But there's no alternative, so, you know, sort of have to. Tricky one.
Hold the mask in place.
Still nout in terms of ATC. Are these guys coming into Cologne? There they are. Well, this one is.
Take around your waist and click together. Pull the strap.
Line traffic NOT 56 Tango, stand 01 Alpha, push back and facing north on Bravo.
I would have liked GSX to push me back a bit further, really. Oh, cheers, Roy. Yeah, the screen's great. Really liking the screen. Okay, that's 2 engine starts. We are looking good. Escort to 2000. Take a rather unorthodox path. Flowing traffic, Air Not 232. We're going to taxi to runway 24, holding short of Alpha 3 for landing traffic to vacate. Should have done one of the little pushback things on the map. That would have just got us back a little bit further. Oh, really? I must admit, I didn't see what was going on there. How you doing, Auto? Can I land a little aircraft in Germany? Probably not, to be honest. It's not really what I do. Sorry.
Flying traffic, Golf Romeo Victor, holding Alpha 3 for landing traffic, Golf Romeo Victor.
Takeoff config normal. Tow options, yeah. Yeah, it's true. My bad, I really should have planned that a little bit better. So at least we have 2 engines now. That's the main thing. Because for whatever reason, our right engine always shuts down when we land. Ever since Sim Update 5. Almost every time, without fail. I would say probably Sim Update 5 has been one of the most unremarkable releases, yet one that's caused me the most aggro. Is that a Phoenix or an MSFS issue? I don't know. Some people are saying it's wind control. That it's specific to the wind control throttles. So, I don't know who needs to fix it. Some people are just saying you have to reinstall everything and that'll fix it, but I don't know at this point. I really don't. I'll have a little look. But yeah, Roy, I've had 1 or 2 problems. My Tobii eye tracker went weird. I need to sort that out. New Sky seldom now pops up with the little things. It makes the noises, but you don't see the thing. So yeah, I really don't know. It's not been the greatest. But yeah, the scenery's a bit wobbly, isn't it? Yeah, you don't need 2 down. I mean, flipping heck. 1's enough, isn't it? Not A320, it's a 319, but close. Oh yeah, Joanna, totally. It's all Sim Update 5, and it's kind of like, well, surely the beta was designed to catch all this stuff, but clearly it didn't. I feel like a little bit of terraforming here wouldn't be the worst thing. Minibuild seems to have built us a rally track. Assuming it was them that built this scenery, but I think it was. Follow the money, Jerry.
Hello, traffic Air Not 56 Tango, now taxiing on Echo as Ryan Hare has pitched Alpha.
Those rascals. Ah! This could really use some work.
Clone traffic, Golf Romeo Victor, runway vacated, continuing taxi to 24, Kelowna.
Right, is there anything coming? Clone traffic, Air 234, crossing runway 31 right via Alpha 3 for Delta. Clone traffic. Anyone know if default Frankfurt is still full of hills? I don't know. You think that'd be quite an easy fix though, right? What happened to that thing where like the community could allegedly make changes and then we could like upvote it and then it becomes official if it gets enough votes? What was that? What was that called?
Clone traffic, Golf Romeo Victor, lining up runway 24, Kelowna.
Then Kelowna, Air 234, clear of 31. So which version of EDDK am I at? Is this AnyBuilds one? I mean, honestly, I can live with taxiways being a bit lumpy. I'm not going to, like, be like, oh, I'm never coming here. But as long as the runway's all right. There's a 30-foot drop on the taxiway. What happened at Vegas? Is there still a hole in the taxiway at Vegas? This isn't Heathrow, Sam. We're going to Heathrow. We're currently in Cologne. In Germany.
Traffic Air 56 Tango, crossing runway, correction 31 via Alpha 3.
Clone traffic, Golf Romeo Victor, taking off runway 24, it's a November Victor Oscar 2 Delta departure, Kelowna.
Like Tampa fixed it, did they? God bless them. No traffic, Air 234 behind the departing traffic line out runway 24 via Delta. Okay, lights. Start clock. Tara. How do I maintain centerline during landing? I normally end up on the side. Using the rudder usually to keep me, once I've landed, obviously when you're in the air, you need to account for wind. So if you've got wind coming at you left to right, you would sort of steer your plane left. So you're looking into the wind, but then you're actually tracking along the ground, along the extended centerline of the runway. A bit of a weird one to get your head around initially. Bit heavy on the brakes there. There's still a hole on the bridge on the Fly Tampa Reham scenery. Really? See, that's not really good enough if you're paying, is it? They should be like on that really quick. Again, if it is like an open source flightsim.to community project, sure, whatever. But if you're paying good money, that to be fixed up really fast. Like, developer on it that day, update, tested the next day, shipped the following day. Do you know what I mean? Never account for wind direction nor heading. Yeah, always look at the wind, where the wind's coming from. So on your ND here on the Airbus, you get a little arrow, and that gives you a sense of where the wind's coming from. Look up a video from 320 Sim Pilot, and he does a really great crosswind landing. Is that fly tampered, Roy? Is that what you're talking about?
And traffic, Golf Romeo Victor airborne, climbing through 5,000 feet, Golf Romeo Victor to clear traffic.
Okay, probably about time for me to go. Clear traffic, N 234, taking off runway 24 on the November Victor Oscar 2 Delta departure, clear traffic. There's Grumpy loading in. Ready? Manflex 67 SRS green, runway, auto thrust blue. V1, rotate. Positive climb. Gear up. That's where we were, just down there, wasn't it? Okay, levers into climb. Lower the nose. I feel like I had a bit of an uncommanded pitch up then. I was really pushing that stick down. It didn't want to go. Which is a new one. Right hand turn coming up. Yeah, and there's the down. What the hell? What is my plane doing? That nose down was not me, I assure you. Bloody Sim Update 5, I'm sure it is. So we had a nose up that I did not command, and we just had a nose down that I did not command. We had one the other night coming out of Bristol, do you remember? When we went to Faro, I think. Clone traffic, N 234, airborne out of 24, passing 3,500. Clone traffic. What HOTAS do I use? Well, I don't really use a HOTAS. I use a Moser AB9 side stick and wind control throttles. And the actual stick itself, obviously the joystick base is a Moser AB9. The stick itself is from FS Projects. What PC? I've got a 9800 X3D CPU. 7900 XTX GPU from AMD and 64GB of RAM. And I sim at 4K, but I stream it to you at 1080. So essentially what you see is a squashed down version of what I see.
Climb traffic air 056, Tango, take off runway 24 on November Victor Oscar 2 Delta.
Remember.
Road traffic, N 234, climbing now flight level 320, final call, climb.
Offering you the chance to choose
Standard pressure.
fresh selection
Ugh, look at it out there. What's going on there? See all that detail rendering in. Still not happy, is it? Look at that, like terrain LOD 0.5. That's almost as low as it can go. Object LOD, building LOD. It's all quite low. But now it is starting to level out a bit. I don't think Sim Update 5 has been good for me. I really don't. Roy, Sim Update 5 also knackered my eye tracker, so I need to go back in and redo all the settings for that. I just haven't had a chance to yet. So yeah, Sim Update 5. Not in love with it. I was quite happy with 4, to be honest. 4 was lovely. Oh no, Philip, I never did. God, bloody hell, Philip, that looks alright, doesn't it?
Below traffic at 056 Tango, airborne altitude 4.
Got one of the little sticks and everything, look. Then into the slow cooker. Hell yeah. So what was that you're making there, Philip? Was that a tikka? What's my little aileron doing there? What do I do for work? What's my profession? Don't really talk about my day job on stream because there's literally no upside at all. Only downside. So it's not interesting. You wouldn't care. I do that part-time and I do this part-time. And together they make a full-time. The question is, does this become a full-time at some point? That's kind of what we're thinking about. Cloud surfing. Right, that's 10,000 feet. Or more than, in fact. Let's get lights off. Should we let them out? How many hours have I done in the sim? Oh, God. I don't even want to know. I suppose Steam could tell us. The issue I had, Roy, was that the button that I used to toggle the eye tracking on and off, because I don't use, as you know, I don't use eye tracking all the time. I will turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off as I see fit. Usually if I'm on the ground, taxiing is when I use it. Just the button, even though I'd mapped it and I checked the mapping, the button to toggle it on and off just stopped working entirely. So it was constantly on. So I just yanked the USB cord and that was that. Do I have GFX? Not yet, Jim. I probably should though. Might make a little video about that. Is there an evening stream tonight? TBC, Ross. TBC. There is a possible fly in the ointment that I need to work out whether it's going to present itself. Did I map it via SPAD? No, I didn't. Just in the sim. So how did you get around it? You mapped it through SPAD. Then how does everyone else get on that doesn't have SPAD? Because not everyone does, do they? Right, Heathrow at 7 minutes past 1. That'll do the job nicely. That will do the job nicely. Delete it in the sim settings and then remapped it via SPAD and now via Chaseplane. That's what I need to do it via Chaseplane if I'm going to use Chaseplane. I need to sit down and have a good half hour with it, to be honest. Because Chaseplane changes it all as well, doesn't it? Honestly, it's like a part-time job just sorting out the setup. It really is. So I need to talk to you actually about how to mount my overhead. Where's paint? So, let me explain. Any DIYers, feel free to shout out. Cross section of my shed. Let's get a better brush. How do I make it bigger? I literally have no idea what I'm doing. Over here, that'll do it. Right, cross section of my shed. Ah, that wall is straight, but the roof is not. And then I am here. There's my TV, and there is me in my chair. Okay? But obviously the roof is on the piss. So if I was to get a mount and screw it into the ceiling, obviously it's going to end up at an angle, which I don't want. So my thought is trying to get the angle of this roof line and then building a little wedge to make it level and then firing that up into the rafters with screws and then mounting my overhead on a little drop pole like so. Yeah, but Grumpy, the angle's going the wrong way. The angle's going right to left, if you see what I mean. Unless I can get a Visa mount where I could twist it to why not use the wall behind the TV? Could do, except it's a surprisingly far away from me at the moment. I feel like I'd want my overhead right here to be able to go click, 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 like lights, 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 lights. Somewhere up here. That's a hell of an overhang. It's a really big. It'd be hanging out on a long thing. So I didn't know whether a ceiling mount might be more appropriate. I mean, Wingflex do their own thing, but it's $160. And it's essentially a tall version of those budget monitor stands that you get on Amazon. And I could understand if it was a bit more than those, but not $160. Plus, you know, whatever taxes it needs to get into the country. But yeah, some sort of ceiling project, like Grumpy was saying. So when many moons ago, when I used to work for a broadcast engineering company, we would put in radio stations. We would do microphones off of what we'd call a dog bone. So you'd have your main ceiling for the studio there. You would quite often have a suspended ceiling, so like ceiling tiles here. We would put a big plate into the ceiling here and then put like a chrome metal tube that was quite fat, and then from there we would have like this little wooden bit that would hang off of it, and then your mic boom arms would come off of that and go down to your presenter over here and your guest spot or your newsreader over there. And I'm wondering if I could do something similar, because I could get some of that tubing, cut it to length, you put a bolt through it to go into the bracket bit up here so it's super secure. Same on the bottom. So really all you need is a bracket, some bar, and then another bracket on the bottom end with a Visa mount attached to it. So yeah, like Grumpy says, projector ceiling mount might be the play. But I need to get it level. We never did any welding with it, Roy. All we did was we'd screw this plate onto the ceiling, push the tube up to it. How heavy is it? I mean, it's not overly heavy, but then I've got another issue with the shed. Let me explain. So the shed is made up of... You've got the outer wall here. Yeah. And it's got kind of got that, like, feather-edged, like, shed wood on the outside. Do you know the stuff I mean? Then we've got, like, a membrane. Waterproof membrane. Then we've got insulation. Then we've got a layer of MDF to basically make the wall. Then when I took it over and converted it, I did another layer of insulation here. And then I put plasterboard, a layer of plasterboard right on top of it. And I fired screws through the plasterboard, through the insulation, polystyrene, and they caught on the first layer of MDF here. Which is fine until you go to, like, say, mount a massive TV or something to the wall, because you've got the screws attached to the MDF here, but then there's a lot of leverage on that screw, which makes it almost want to go diagonal as it sort of pulls down through the plasterboard and the polystyrene. So when I mounted my TV here, I put a plate on the wall, like a wooden plate, like screw. Then I put my TV bracket onto that, and then there was like enough support in it, if you know what I mean. You can use 2020 profile. Oh, I wonder if I could use a profile. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Right, Murray. I should keep a drawing of my shed I can update. What's been happening? We've been to Cologne, and now we're going back to Heathrow. And all is well. It's been a nice little day out so far. Chase plane is working. There it is, look. It's all going very well. So yeah, lots to think about. Lots and lots to think about. I'm going to try and get my review out of the overhead tonight, I think. Either tonight or tomorrow night. I've got to rewatch it all. I've got to, like, description, tags, chapters, thumbnail, and all that takes time. I know it sounds like, oh, they're only quick little jobs. Trust me if you don't get those right. I don't know what to title it. One title I thought of was The Great A320 Overhead Dilemma of 2026. Because I feel like it's going to be a strange review. It's one of the... I'm feeling weird about this review in a way that I've never felt weird about a review before. Like, when I reviewed the AB9, it was such an obvious review to me. It's like, yeah, the conclusion here was very, very clear. Whereas this overhead, I feel a bit weird about it. No, I've got it here, Roy. Hang on, I'll show you. There you go. Ta-da! Wing flex overhead. So yeah, I'm thinking up there somewhere. Did I see your comment about the tail? No, I didn't, Philip. Oh, hang on. You've got lost in the scroll. No, it's not that heavy, Roy. You're going to make an air-knot tail? No way. That's so cool. That's epic. What material are you printing with again, Philip? Grumpy. That picture looks really weird without any context now, doesn't it? Where are you going? Gatwick? Heathrow? Heathrow? Oh god. Yeah, this could be a nightmare, couldn't it? I don't know, Grumpy, we might be alright. We got Golf Bravo Foxtrot going first. So we got a guinea pig. I will be following 10 miles behind. Then it'll be you. There's one coming up from Palmer. You might clash with that Palmer. I don't know, we might thread the needle here. PLA plus. Oh. So how do you get the translucency? Like the light to shine through? I'll have a look, Jim. Cheers. Yeah, Roy, the overhead's not too heavy. It's just knowing where to put it. Bristol Airport closed. Is it really? Damn. But yeah, I feel a bit confused about this overhead review. I feel like I've been fair. Because it's a good product. I like the product. But I feel like, in light of Wing Control's overhead panel...
Here's 20 for if you decide to get GFX. Sucker for the contrails, I can't lie.
Cav, you legend. You didn't have to do that. Thank you, man. Alright, I'll get it. I'll get it. Thank you, Cav. Really appreciate that. Yeah, it's got to be worth it for the contrails alone, right? Has to be. No excuse now. No, I'll just pocket the 20 quid. Sorry, Cap. Daddy's got to eat. Oh, I see, Jerry. Sorry, it took me a minute there. Oh, I love that livery. It looks so good on the minibus as well, like just all the proportions. Because it's weird, like one livery can look great on one plane, and you put that livery on the 777, and it can look really weird. Like, just almost like too stretched. If you know what I mean. So what are the main features of it? Basically, you get the little whooshy bits over the wing and contrails. Is that like the main bit? And engine effects in the rain, stuff like that? It's 10 miles between me and the one in front. Every time I look at that picture, that looks like, what on earth is... If you just come into the stream, you'd be like, what on earth is that? But yeah, going back to the whole wing flex overhead thing, like I feel like my review, I feel like I felt bad doing it because they've been kind enough to send it to me. But I can't not mention that wing control overhead that they announced at FS Weekend, because I feel like now that's here, or we know it's coming, surely that changes the calculus a little bit on what you may or may not decide to buy. Obviously, I didn't want to make Wingflex's video all about wing control, but I couldn't not mention it. Don't know. Can't imagine they're going to be in love with the video, to be honest. But I feel like I've been fair. Like, it is a good product. It is a good product. Like I said, like it's well made. No complaints really about the actual product. But you also need to be very careful with the pricing, because it's easy to say, oh, Wingflex's overhead is what, $599 USD, and Wing Controls is $349. It's like, well, yeah, but theirs isn't going to be $349, is it? By the time you do import taxes and shipping, it's going to be a lot more than that. So you're not necessarily comparing apples to apples, because Wingflex's price includes international shipping to most countries. So yeah, we'll go through it all in the review. It's not as simple as you might think. Equally, Wing Controls one isn't out. We don't know what it is. We don't know if it's going to be any good. Probably will be, but we don't know if it's going to be any good. Might be problems with it. It might be one of those things that launches and then you can't buy it for 6 months because it's always out of stock. Like, who knows? We don't know. So, I feel like I was fair to everyone. That's the best I can do, really. Samuel, how you doing? Can we agree that Fiji Airways is the best livery ever made? Well, it was until I made my livery. Obviously. I'm sure that's what you meant, Cav, when you said that. I think what Cav's trying to say is that my livery is the best. Thank you, Cav. Appreciate it. We want destination data now, says my MCDU. Arrival, Heathrow, 27 left. Yeah, I knew that's what you meant, Cav. Okie dokie. QNH in London. London Village is 1014, temperature 16, winds 290 and 12. What's the minimums into thingy bob? Into doodah? 277 is the minimums. What's the thingy bob into doodah? I'd make such a good pilot doing my briefing. There you go, 277 in the Barrowfield. Good. Cav, thank you again for that 20, by the way. That's really kind of you. Right, not that you can see it, but we are over the sea. We can just see the coastline, look, of the Netherlands. Slightly concerned what our FPS is going to do on short final, given how it was on the way out of Heathrow. Because if it's anything like that on the way in, I can't really be held responsible for the quality of the landing. Not my fault. We should probably do landing weights as well, actually. Thinking about it. In it. So I've got 58.2 tonnes is my zero fuel weight. And it reckons when we land at Heathrow we'll have 3.2 tonnes. So 61.4 in total. And of course, auto brake low. Cologne and Heathrow are lovely in the minibus. You can just take as much room as you want. You could probably land halfway down the runway and be okay. Not that I'd recommend that. How long until top of descent? 42 miles. I'm tempted to keep my speed up on this one, because I've got a funny feeling we might thread the needle a bit better if we do. Look, Heathrow. 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 Where are you going? Gatwick. You going Heathrow as well? Heathrow. Yeah. If I slow down, I feel like we're less likely to clash with Rick up here. if we keep the hammer down. We shall see. So what's my arrival looking like? I'm not overly familiar with the arrivals into Heathrow, to be honest, because we don't often do it. And this one, I seem to recall, this is where we had all that trouble last time. So Lambourne, you basically sort of do a bit of an S-bend, right? Yeah, fine. Look at the charts. So Barmy, flight level 300, Logan, Sabre, $7,000 at Lambourne, which is out here. Then we wriggle our way down to 2,500 for the approach. Oh, I really sort of hope we get a bit of London control that appears out of nowhere to just sort us all out, because like Grumpy says, it can get a bit iffy going into Heathrow on Unicom. I guess we'll soon find out, won't we? We'll soon find out. Can I ask you guys, what do you all think about the price of the Wingflex overhead? Now that you know the wing controls are coming. If you were in the market for one, what would you buy? Essentially, you got wing control, 349.95, plus shipping plus tax. Wing flex, 599, not full size, includes shipping, does not include import tax. Jim says wing control, yeah. It's 349, Roy, for wing control. Far too much, I'll buy wing control. Okay, fine. Sounds like I'm on the right track with my review then. I mean, I did say to them, I was like, you sure you want to send it? Because, like, everyone in my Discord, all they can talk about is that bloody wing control overhead. Like, if you'd sent this, like, 4 months ago, 5 months ago, before we knew, like, we all knew there was going to be a wing control overhead, but we didn't know exactly what it would be, what it would cost. But like in a post-FS weekend world that we're now in, where we do know that it's going to be full size or full SOP ready, pretty much one-to-one scale. Yeah, it seems like quite a lot. It's a nice bit of kit, but I feel like it's just positioned slightly not where it needs to be. So it's pretty much unanimous for wing control then. Jim, Andy, Roy. Oh, wait, did Roy say that? On the EU continent, there are no shipping costs for the EU store. What's that, for the wing control store? Oh, right, yeah, sorry, Roy. Yeah, so same for the UK. However, so I did a little comparison. I put the throttles in the basket on the global store. The shipping defaulted to $100. And then I clicked through the various FedEx options. The cheapest I could get it down to, just for the throttles and the add-on, was $77. Then it included a 20% customs fee, which I'm not sure whether that was VAT. I think it probably was. But if it is VAT, then potentially import taxes are on top of that as well, which I believe will be on top of the VAT price. So like the initial price of $200 and whatever dollars, which looked really appealing, quickly became a hell of a lot more. And then if you applied the same logic to the overhead price that we've seen of $349, which I'm presuming is a global store price, it ain't going to be $349, is it? It's going to end up being probably closer to $5. That's assuming the shipping price doesn't go up from what the throttles were, because of course it's going to be a bigger box. What GPU do I recommend? As much VRAM as you can get away with. I mean, the actual GPU itself, the power of the core will likely depend on what resolution you want to run at. Heathrow traffic, Airnaut 234, flight level 340, 10 miles out from Logan, beginning our descent now to be level, flight level 070 at Lambourne, Heathrow. But yeah, Roy, then I did the price of the throttles from the UK store, and it was free shipping, no like taxes and stuff, import taxes, and I think it was like 20 quid cheaper to get it from the UK store. So you're not really saving a huge amount by going for your local store. It was cheaper. It's just less shocking when you look at it all being added up because it's all like in one easy to digest price. Yeah, VRAM was my issue, Cav, with the 4080 Super. I think at 1440 you can mostly get away with it. 4K I feel like you're going to run into VRAM issues more so than not. Look at charts 10.2 for your Lambourne approach. I'm on 10.2 alpha. What are you suggesting? 10.2... I'm fairly certain, Joanna, it's all because of DX12. Hang on, Jim. Let me find it. Charts. Approach. Star even. 10.2 Sierra. Can't see 10.2 Sierra. Got November, Mike, Lima, Kilo, Juliet, Hotel. Oh, wait, I'm looking at bloody Cologne. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Such a good streamer. Ah, got it. Nice one. Cheers. Cheers, Jim. This is the one, right? Cool, Roy. The only thing to think about, Roy, is that in not very long you might not need to do that, because I don't know if you saw at FS Weekend, Wind Control are doing like a desk mount expansion system. So you could potentially not have to go to all the trouble that I went to and just buy the normal throttle mount and leave it in its stock config, and then buy the expansion systems when they come out and leave them in their stock config, and that might be enough for you. But it will require waiting and not doing it immediately. I'm going to level off for a minute, because I'm getting rather close to thingy in front. I'm above. Might need to hold at Sabre. There's only 2.5 miles between me. It'll be 392. What's mine? 298. Good. We are slightly above profile, but we're getting there. Heathrow traffic, N 234, slowing 250 knots for separation with the traffic ahead. Yeah, fair enough, Roy, if that works for you. Currently 1,400 feet above profile. Think we're going to get there. What I want to do is I want to get 10 miles between me and thee. Now I've got 5 miles between us. 5 miles could be enough at Heathrow. Let's draw some lines. Where's someone disconnected? No. Right. Now, my bad. Okay. I got a little bit too close to the one in front. It's my fault, I was busy yapping. But we now have approximately about 7.5 miles. Which is pretty good. I'll take it. Yeah, it's tricky, Cav, isn't it? Before I came out to the shed, I was, yeah, similar position in the house. That's why I had to come out here ready to get some room. Alright, I think I've got myself out of that little jam. Note to self when coming into Heathrow, pay more attention and don't talk too much to chat. It's your fault. It's your fault. What time do we get into Heathrow? Not what it says at the top of the screen. That is completely wrong. We are due in approximately 15 minutes. So we've got a desal point coming up. We've got a... Got to go down to 220 knots for the next waypoint, Lambourne. Then we can work our way down to 6,000 from 7. Then down to 3.5. Then at 3, then at 2.5. Using your channel today to help focus on work. Nice! Well, Philip, it can't be my fault, can it? Hard being the best. No, that one, that all jokes aside, that one was on me. Do I keep the ground spoilers armed all flight? That's a good question. No. No, because after takeoff I'll disarm them. But then I'll arm them prior to landing. So is this where we kiss goodbye to our FPS? I can sense that we're getting close to London. Nothing on. Unicom madness at Heathrow. Okay, I'm probably going to gain a little bit on the one in front. Just while they've probably gone to 220. And I haven't, but I'm literally a mile away from a decel point, so that's fine. Okay, 2,500 in managed. $360 going into Heathrow. What? What, where you are? No. I think somebody's stepped away from the cockpit there, don't you? Last week Canada finally got their first A321 XLR. Did they really? I didn't know that. Alright, slow yourself down, plane. Come on. Right, we are now going to be below flaps 1 speed, or below clean speed. Well, not quite. We could take flaps 1 now if we wanted to. Is that London City down there? I think it is. Oh, terrain LOD is already down to half, which is as low as it can go. But you can see that the Millennium Dome over there is not even, it's just like a pancake. It's like satellite imagery. We're only getting detail as far as here. How much VRAM are we using? 12.2 gigs. Again.
Heathrow traffic, Seabird 77, lining up for departure over my 275.
Yeah, totally they're AFK grumpy, right? Sure, I mean, you just started your descent not long after getting past Amsterdam, probably. Right, situational awareness, please and thank you. Where are we? So we're in managed speed, managed descent, just following... Where are you not going? Loads of you. Frankfurt. This is looking alright. This is looking alright.
Seabird 77, departing runway 27 right for the Brooklyn Park 7 Foxtrot departure.
This is going good.
Heathrow traffic, Seabird 332, lining up runway 27 right, and departing with Charlotte.
Now, what stand should we take? Should I go back to the stand we started in this morning? Is there anyone on it? There is not. 243 right, we'll go for. So that would be probably vacate here. Trundle along.
Heathrow traffic, Seabird 974, fully established 27 left, 5 DME out.
So we need to be at 6,000 feet at the next waypoint. Plane's already starting to descend as part of the turn to keep us on profile. Just going to keep an eye on that speed tape.
Runway 27 left, Heathrow. Heathrow traffic seatbelt 332, departing runway 27, advise reaching latitude 1, Foxtrot departure.
We've got a decel point. That's where we might need to do a bit of speed brake. This isn't looking great out the window though, is it? Look at the scenery, it's like I'm running on low. Okay, let's just double check the QNH. 1014. Okay, left-hand turn, followed by a decel. Get some flaps, that might help.
Heathrow traffic, Golf Bravo, Foxtrot Romeo Victor, established ILS 27 left, 11 DME.
Blimey. Why is the plane struggling like it is? Hear that from the cockpit. Come on. Speed brakes. Thank you. Got rid of flaps 1, but just not soon enough. Try that again, shall we? Ugh. Look at it, man. You just... you wonder if it's James. Oh, that's never going to get old, that joke, is it? So every time he makes an X-plane comment at us, we'll just be like, yeah, but you fell asleep. Love it. Okay, let's go flaps 2.
Heathrow traffic, Speedbus 3 Tango Bravo would be number 3 for arrival. With that, X-ray November after 56 Tango, are you able to get in behind me as number 4?
Traffic. Speedbird 3 Tango Bravo. It looks like I'm slightly ahead of you. Could you extend on the northbound track behind me?
Okay, we'll just try and sit behind you if possible. We've just got down to 3,000 feet to land, so it's up to you.
Okay, look, you go ahead of me. I'll vector around you and go number 4, 427 left.
Cheers, man. Thank you very much. Just wondering if it saved any conflict in the air.
Heathrow traffic, air knot 234 on a 9-mile final for 27 left, slowing to final approach speed 135 knots. Heathrow. Struggled with my speed there. Definitely struggled with my speed.
Heathrow traffic, shuttle 21 Bravo vacated, runway 27 left.
Hopefully there'll be enough room. very open to the fact I'm going to need to go around. Hey Thomas, there you are. How you doing? Mr. Approach. Climb 3000. Oh shoot. It'd help if I captured the ILS, wouldn't it? It's alright, we're only 1 dot below. This will be a tight one with the traffic in front. I really struggled to maintain what the star wanted me to do there. And I oversped and we caught up, which is annoying because we had made ourselves a nice little gap. I think this is going to work. It's going to be tight. We've got 5 miles. Aircraft in front is already on the rollout. Just wait for them to give us a vacate.
Heathrow traffic, Golf Romeo Victor, vacated 27 left.
And Heathrow traffic, not 234, 4 miles, 27 left. Sort the audio out. Frames don't feel too bad right now, do they? I don't know, having said that, I just felt a couple of bit... The runway looks a bit melted as well from back here, doesn't it? What is going on with my sim? You see a sim update 5. And of course the engine's going to turn off.
Minimum.
Continue.
Lever traffic, Spirit 3 Tango Bravo 9, not called off, final, 27 left.
20, retard. 5.
There's the engine. Manual brakes. We'll jump off here, shall we? Oh, is my engine actually working? No, it's not. It just appears it's dead. It's dead. Heathrow traffic, not 234, 27 left vacated. Where shall I go? This way. Never quite sure which way I should go coming off of Heathrow.
Heathrow traffic, Spirit 3 Tango Bravo, it's short final, 27 left. 5 miles.
So I'm going to taxi Heathrow traffic out 234, taxiing to stand 243 right via Alpha and Lima, Heathrow. With one engine, I hasten to add. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Like, just look at it. It's very, very not nice to look at, is it, the sim today? Do I always have flaps full for landing? Not always, but quite a lot of the time, yeah. Some people say flap 3 gives a bit more control. Maybe it does. Cheers, Chase. Yeah. As soon as we got near London, performance started to fall off a cliff, didn't it? And then obviously Heathrow was looking all melted as we approached. Now we might get to see this plane land, if we're lucky. Here it comes. Grumpy's off to Mank. Oh, jeez Louise, what was that? Yeah, just land it, you'll be alright. Right, where am I going? Second left. I did chase, yeah. Our engine's dead. Only the right one. It's only ever the right one. Really weird. Am I doing a return flight? And with your airline, do you need to fly the planes from their last location? I'm not doing a return flight because this was the return flight. But yes, aircraft locations when flying a scheduled flight are persistent. If you fly a free flight, they are not. So yeah, scheduled flight. If you fly an A320 from Heathrow to Germany somewhere, Frankfurt for example, or Cologne, once you end the flight, it's
traffic not class 6 Tango, 6 mile final runway 27 left.
It's then in Cologne for the next person to fly, or for you to fly back, or fly somewhere else. You don't necessarily have to fly back. That's the other thing. Okay. Here we go. Let's tell GSX where we're going. Terminal 2B, stand 243 right. So yeah, a little bit of a... I wouldn't say that was a stressed arrival compared to some that I've had, but definitely I feel like I couldn't get the plane to get down to that 180 speed knot. It just, with the descent, it just really, really, really wanted to accelerate to the point where it blew past its safe speed for flaps 1, which I had deployed, which was annoying because that meant I lost a lot of the gap I'd created with the one in front. I did also forget to arm the approach mode button, which was unfortunate and totally my fault. But it didn't. We didn't miss it by much. We could quite easily re-establish. Right, this will be us then. 243 left, 243, then 243 right. How's it going, Aya? Right back where we started 4 hours ago. Oh, I enjoyed that. It was a nice little run over to Cologne. Come on. Oh, I forget I've only got one engine. You've got to really give it some to get it around a corner. Where's Grumpy? He can't be far. Grumpy is very short final. Where is he? Here he is. Where's he gone? He should appear. Here he comes. Better play, Grumpy. Look at that. No messing. No mucking around. Right. Let me limp along with my one engine. Never in doubt, was it, Grumpy, that?
Traffic Air 056 Tango 27 left vacated, taxiing to 242 via Alpha Lima.
Come on, we can do it. We can do it. Damn it. Oh, are you kidding me? Never mind. Never mind. Is GSX worth it? It is, because there's no alternative, really. And it is good. It just breaks sometimes. So, yeah, make of that what you will. Should we turn the engines off? They even sound good when they turn off, don't they?
Traffic Blue 7661 descending via Banda 1 number departure, descending to level 070. Standard.
Yeah, I can never do that, Cav. I've tried many a time and failed. Many a time. Right, New Sky, what do you make of that? Again, just this incredible artwork we've done together today. Engines. Yeah, that's a fair point. Oh, another 10. Slightly firmer touchdown, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm getting way more accepting of not butter touchdowns, because I've been having a few conversations with Hanny at Infinity Sim Wings recently, and yeah, the conversations we've been having, it's just like, you know, that is not how it is in the real world. Like, this obsession with like butter in your landings, the complete obsession with it is like nonsense, utter nonsense. You know, much less than 200 feet per minute, I would be questioning why you tried to get it so smooth. Just get it down within limits safely. You know, I feel like I'm shifting my mental attitude a little bit. But there we go. 2 10s. How about that? How about that? Not a bad day out at the office. I need to figure out what I'm going to do later on. Couple of real world things that might impact tonight's stream, but I will schedule it as soon as I know if I can do it. Hoping that we can. So there we go. Guys, I'm going to end this one here because I'm going to go and work on my finishing up my wing flex overhead panel video, so you can all hopefully watch that. There's a few little jobs I need to finish on that. Thank you all for coming along today. Thank you for the support. Cav and Roy in particular for your wonderful donation and membership respectively. Thank you all very much indeed. And with a bit of luck we'll be back tonight. I don't know where we're going to go though if we do come back tonight. I suppose we could always do Faro back to Bristol. Bit long though, isn't it? Don't know. Don't know. And it's night time. Oh, there's Grumpy. Look, he's arrived with his front wheel up. Bless him. Good flying today, Grumpy. Good flying indeed. Guys, thank you all very much indeed. Have a lovely rest of your afternoon. I'll hopefully see you tonight. About 7:30 UK time, all being well. I'll try and schedule it once I know for sure where we're going and what's happening. Until then, though, have a lovely afternoon. Thank you to everyone for watching. Appreciate all of you. And you have a lovely afternoon. It's alright.